Of course, Reggie Stansel lays it right on the money to Cedric Allen. Take a look, little play fake, perfect timing, and right between the numbers. Boy, right over the short coverage and in front of the deep coverage. Nice play, Gamecocks, first down inside the 20.
Cedric Allen, just his 4th catch of the year, but they're big catches. He's averaging over 24 yards a reception. 1st and 10. This is the fullback, Carlo James. Not much running room at all as he's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. The official will mark him down at the 15.
Yeah, JSU gets this thing down inside the 20. You know they're going to try to play a little smash mouth football. They'd love to do that. That time, again, Sam Houston State is leading the conference in total defense. They had nothing that time, 1 yard or less than a yard picked up for the Gamecocks.
Well, Jacksonville State, as we said, they've already had 2 off weeks in this young season, one this past weekend, and they come out looking sharp this afternoon. Stansel looking for running room on the corner. There's not much there. Tommy Hall, the linebacker, coming over to put a stop to that play right at the line of scrimmage. So this is going to set up 3rd down. Still, the Gamecocks will need about 9 yards.
Yeah, Reggie a little slow making his decision there. Certainly couldn't pitch that ball. The pitch man was well covered. He was taken out of the play. Reggie's going to have to turn that one up a little sooner. All he allowed to have happen by delaying making that decision was more pursuit to get in on the play.
So 3rd down and 9 for Jacksonville State. Stansel's going to look left to throw. Pass toward the end zone for Allen, who makes an over-the-shoulder grab for the touchdown.
That is an unbelievable catch by Cedric Allen, and the ball is thrown the only place that you could throw it, and Allen even have a chance to catch it. But, folks, you won't see a better throwing catch than this one is. Nice job by the Gamecocks as they get the first points on the board. Obvious passing situation, and JSU able to execute. Hopkins tries the extra point.
Out of a hold from John Howard. And it's good. Jacksonville State draws first blood with 9:05 left in our first quarter. The Gamecocks on top of the Bearcats by a score of 7-0.
Boy, JSU has got to be excited about the way this offense has come out and produced here on their opening drive. Again, coming into the Samford game last week, this team had not put any points on the board on the offensive side. The points that they had gotten had come off a defensive interception that was run back for a touchdown and then a field goal. This offense has really picked it up as of last Thursday night. Certainly the 2 off weeks has helped. But listen, Sam Houston State's coming off an off week also, so these guys have had extra time to prepare for this ball game.
Well, that is Allen's 2nd touchdown reception of the season. And it gives JSU a huge confidence boost to start this conference home opener.
Reggie Stansel has just done a tremendous job ever since he joined the Gamecocks. The young man playing in his 15th game today, and he's already 13th on the career total offensive chart. He very well may surpass a couple of people today, especially if he keeps up this type of performance. 2 passes thus far, both of them right on the money.
And how about this for balance, Butch? On that drive, JSU 45 of their yards to the air, 35 rushing. That's what they're going to need against this defense, as you said, that is highly ranked coming into this football game.
Yeah, like I said, #1 in the Southland Football League, and you've got to keep the ball away from this potent offense because, again, this offensive bunch for the Bearcats is tremendous also.
So Hopkins has it teed up, back where he was just a moment ago to start the football game.
By the way, both these teams are very, very young. You mentioned defensively for JSU, they have 6 seniors that start, 4 of those in the secondary. They're certainly going to be tested today. On offense, JSU with only 3, Sam Houston State with only 3 seniors.
Well, Hopkins put the first one into the end zone, and this one as well.
Well, that was perfect. Just inside the pylon on the right side. If it goes out of bounds ahead of that, then you get a penalty and have to kick it again. Nice job by Hopkins. He's done a great job all year long for the Gamecocks. Continues that thus far here today.
Well, Coach Crow's offense marched 85 yards in 7 plays on their first offensive possession. And as we mentioned a moment ago, tremendous balance running and throwing. And now the Bearcats will come back on offense 1st and 10.
Again, JSU is going to have to apply more pressure to Bradley. Can't let him sit back there in that pocket.
And he's going to load up the shotgun here on 1st down. Fake to Dabney. Pass is way over the head of Dominguez. Delvin Hughley had coverage, and they're going to get Riles McCullough for a late hit on Dominguez.
And I tell you what, that's questionable, and Coach Crow will not be happy about that at all. Defensive back making the break. The ball was thrown high, going to get a personal foul call against the Gamecocks. Poor pass play. The man's just breaking on the ball. He's going to say that the defensive back should have seen that it was too high. Coach Crow not pleased at all about that, understandably.
Obviously, Coach Crow thinks the pass was way over the head, should not have thrown the flag, but big penalty here.
Yeah, well, basically what they're saying is that as the defensive back broke up, he should have seen that the ball was overthrown and thus not hit him. He's calling it unsportsmanlike conduct, personal foul, in that you could go ahead and deliver that lick, but that was too close to be making that call. There's a lot of times that should be called. That wasn't one of them.
So Sam Houston State out to the 35-yard line after the 15-yard mark off. Bradley will elect to take the snap from under center this time, maybe changing the play at the line of scrimmage. He's going to run the option down the line. Nowhere to go. He does keep it himself and finds some room across the 40 to about the 42. Jacksonville State C.J. Boyd had the first shot at him, and then several other Gamecock defenders, including Tommy Rice, came over to clean up.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, to be honest, JSU had a young man that was there defensively to take the quarterback and actually got faked out by Bradley. You take a look at it, and you'll see that we've got there's a penalty. It comes in, it's a good shot, and the ball had already gone over his head, but it was too close for you to make that kind of call, in my opinion. But again, the defender there that's responsible for the quarterback is going to have to stay in position and make that tackle. Bradley, an excellent athlete.
Well, I'm sure Coach Crow doesn't mind the aggressiveness, but you know he wants his team to come out hitting today. Second down and short, swing out to Dabney, and he's wrapped up by Dale Gaines right at the 40-yard line. Good play by Gaines to put a stop to that play, and it will be third and about 4, maybe 5 yards. And Butch Dabney's an interesting story for Sam Houston State. This young man was a transfer from BYU, was actually the freshman of the year in the WAC back in 1997.
Certainly was. Again, a great player in the WAC. I'm not sure what happened to make the young man want to leave that conference. As you mentioned, freshman of the year there, but he's been a big asset to this Bearcat club.
He averages almost 4 yards a carry, but as you saw there a moment ago, very effective receiving the balls. Got 11 catches coming into this game. Possession play, 3rd and 5. Jacksonville State brings a linebacker. Pass is complete over the middle to big number 89, Keith Heinrich, and he is taken down by Jacksonville State's number 22, Marcus Blandingberg, and another flag on this play.
Boy, this is going to be a personal foul against somebody, and if this one's against JSU, Coach Crow's really going to be unhappy because the official was looking right at it, and if this happened, it's after a great defensive stand that's going to hold. Oh, man, that's terrible. That would have held Sam Houston State short of the first down yardage and forced them to punt. Now a stupid personal foul is going to result in first down yardage.
Personal foul against Jacksonville State. This drive aided by 2 big 15-yard penalties, and this one, as Butch said, will cause the JSU defense to have to stay on the field because they had held. Instead, Sam Houston with a first down at the Gamecock 42.
Well, it's one thing to be aggressive. It's another one to not use your mental capacities in being aggressive. That's already 40 yards of penalties against Gamecock, and that one could not have come at a worse time after you've just come up with a stop on big third down play.
So Bradley will leave it with Dabney, and boy, Dale Gaines is all over the field. He beat the block of big number 76, Billy Williams, and I mean big. Williams is 6'3", 321. Dale Gaines only goes 6 foot 225, but Gaines won that battle at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's no doubt that Sam Houston State brings in a much larger ball club, especially on these offensive and defensive lines that the Gamecocks can put out there. But the Gamecocks really getting after it here to start with. Again, they've got to get rid of these stupid penalties that they've made thus far, especially that second personal foul.
3 receivers to the left in this formation. Bradley from the shotgun. The pass to Dominguez is over his head at the 43, and obviously they are making a concerted effort to get the ball in the hands of Dominguez, and it's understandable. The guy has 19 catches coming into this game, almost an 8-yard average per catch, and they need to get that man involved.
Yeah, they certainly want to from an offensive standpoint. And again, JSU's giving them some different looks where when Bradley gets up under center, he sees some things that look like they should be there. JSU knows what it looks like should be there and where Bradley's wanting to go, and thus they're breaking to that right away from a defensive standpoint and holding them to a relatively short game. It's worked so far here in the first quarter.
So far, Bradley only 2 for 6 for only 1 yard. He'll throw it here on 3rd and 9. Pass is incomplete. The intended receiver was Aubrey Herring. The coverage applied by Marquis Coleman. And so Jacksonville State's defense, despite the 2 big penalties, now forced a 4th and 9 here for Sam Houston State.
Well, I tell you what, it's just been a tremendous job by this defense thus far to overcome those 2 penalties. One of them questionable. The second one was just, again, you've got to keep your composure in those situations. But this defense has stepped up and made the stop apparently, as it looks as though the Bearcats will punt on 4th down.
Bassetti checks in to punt the football. Once again, Delvin Hughley back deep. They kick it away from Hughley. And a good job of execution as the punt will go out of bounds inside the JSU 5-yard line. So that's where Jacksonville State will take over 1st and 10 with a 7-0 lead. We'll be back to Paul Snow Stadium in just a moment.
I spent 4 of the best years of my life at Jacksonville State. I will always remember the good times and the friendships I made. That's why JSU is called the friendliest campus in the South. Our Alumni Association carries on the tradition.
Wish you were here? Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail.
For 24 years, I've worked hard to uphold the law, but most of all, to see that every person, regardless of economic status or race, be treated fairly.
Malcolm Street Jr. has a proven experience to be your circuit judge. As a conservative and Calhoun County native, he knows the importance of family values. Judge Street has worked for the betterment of our community.
I was taught the traditional values of hard work, honesty, and integrity.
You know him, he knows the job. Re-elect Malcolm Street Jr., circuit judge.
Jacksonville State with a first quarter lead over Sam Houston State, 7-0. 6 minutes and 8 seconds to play in the quarter. And Butch, as we went to break, there was a flag thrown on that previous punt, and Jacksonville State's going to force the Bearcats to kick it again.
Sure, the Bearcats were offsides on the punt. They punted the ball out at the 4-yard line, so JSU certainly going to make them try it again.
And a break for Jacksonville State because that punt went out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So JSU hopes for better field position out of this kick. Bassetti gets away a high but short kick. Hughley calls for and makes the fair catch at the 21-yard line. So that penalty was worth about 16 yards for Jacksonville State. They'll start from the 21 instead of the 4.
Yeah, that time the penalty hurt the Bearcats, certainly hurt them. As you said, 16 or 17-yard gain just by the fact they had to punt that ball over again.
So 1st and 10 for Jacksonville State. They'll have the football at the 21 with a 7-0 lead. A very efficient first possession for Jacksonville State. Getting the touchdown, and we'll see how they play it here on this possession. 1st and 10. They pitch it to Rogers. Gets a good lead block, but is tripped up by Sam Houston State's Ryan Kleber. Play gain 3, maybe 4 yards.
Well, I tell you what, there wasn't a whole lot there, but a nice cut by Rogers to get what he got there, and he almost, take a look here, when he breaks out, if he doesn't get tripped up by the young man that's knocked onto the ground, he's got a chance to turn that thing into a real big game. Rogers is really hitting that hole quickly, and that's something the Gamecocks have needed for a long time. Bail out injured, and, you know, we saw him come back not 100%.
Rogers 3 carries so far today for 20 yards, and we've got another flag.
Have no idea what this one is.
Getting our share of penalties here early, and this one will go against Jacksonville State.
Illegal procedure, and they just walked up the line of scrimmage. So I have no idea what that call was, but again, the penalties are hurting the Gamecocks. They've been able to overcome them. They were both on the defensive side
5-yard penalty
to begin with. This one on the offense. Now the offense is going to have to overcome a second down 12, a long 12, in fact.
So with the mark off, the football will be spotted back just inside the JSU 19-yard line. Second and long. Stancil, play action. Passes away, and it was short. Cedric Allen was at the 35-yard line being defended by P.J. Traylor, and it will be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Reggie tried to throw that one leaning backwards too much. There was some pressure coming in, and there was some defenders that were kind of in his face. He actually had a receiver breaking open. Got to stand in there. Knew he was going to get hit there. That play just took a little bit of time. Again, a big part of that's the fact that they're backed up 5 yards. Had to try to pick up a little extra on that play.
So on third down, they're going to need 12 yards. Stancil 2 of 3 passing so far for 45 yards, and may very well be putting in the air here on third and long. He'll line up in the shotgun. Looks, still looking, pressured, lobs it for Allen, and just out of his reach at the 35-yard line. It was a good improvised play by Stancil, and Allen almost caught up to it.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was unbelievable. Reggie Stancil saw Allen coming across the field there at the last possible second. You'll see he just kind of lays it up, and Allen almost comes up with his catch, and it would have been enough yardage for the first down.
So the penalty very costly on that drive for Jacksonville State. Put him in second and long and forced him to throw the football in a predictable situation.
Right, and forced him in, like you said, the big thing about that was it was a predictable passing situation.
John Howard gets away a very high kick, and Dabney calls for the fair catch at the 36-yard line. Jacksonville State leads it 7-0 over their SFL foes from Sam Houston State. Back in just a moment.
Dwayne's Furniture Warehouse is your one-stop bedding store. At Dwayne's, we carry the complete line of therapeutic bedding starting at $99.95 a set. Take Dwayne's bedding test. Do you feel worse when you wake up than when you went to sleep? Does your back ache? Do you toss and turn? If you answer yes to any of these questions, it's time for a new set of therapeutic bedding. Come see us at Dwayne's Furniture Warehouse, where we will save you money on all your bedding needs.
Who guarantees big brands, not big prices, 6 months free credit options, Smart Shopper rebates, free normal alterations, and free gift boxes? Well, who else but Martin? Low prices, customer service, and quality clothing for the whole family. Martin's everyday low prices are lower than department store sale prices. Ask about our free credit options. When it comes to saving money on big brands, it's Martin's Family Clothing, where service is never on sale.
I wouldn't think of going on the field without buckling up. You shouldn't think of driving without buckling your seatbelt.
This public service announcement is brought to you by TV 24, Jacksonville State University, and the Alabama State Troopers, asking you to please buckle up every time you drive.
Back at Paul Snow Stadium, Sam Houston State 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. The Bearcats coming into this game at 3-1, JSU at 2-1. As we said, this is the second conference game for Jacksonville State. Sam Houston State playing their first conference game, and they've got a new quarterback in the game, number 10, Brian Null. Fake to Dabney, goes one-on-one with Jacksonville State's Taylor Mitchell, and the Gamecocks win that battle back behind the line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Mitchell, a big, strong defensive end for the Gamecocks. They'd like to see the Bearcats attempt that play several times today. surprised that they bring in a new quarterback this early. Bradley's an outstanding talent for them, but things really weren't clicking for them on offense, and they had some opportunities, most of those set up by the penalties against the defense for the Gamecocks. But a new quarterback in here, let's see what he does on 2nd and long.
2nd down and 12. 3 receivers split to the left. Knoll will throw it out there quickly to Michael Peel, and this play defended well. Delvin Hughley was there, and he had a lot of help right at the 36-yard line, close to the original line of scrimmage, and it will be 3rd down and 10.
Right, and Natasha James again coming up to get involved on the play. I tell you, this secondary is being very, very aggressive as they come up to take on these blocks. Nice job, Delvin Hughley, all-conference preseason performer for the Gamecocks.
Very uncharacteristic of Albert Bradley, the starter, as we said a moment ago, completing almost 60% of his passes coming into this game, but he's been off the mark here in the first quarter. Knoll in the shotgun on 3rd and 10. Got some time, gets his pass away, and it was short of the intended receiver, Jermaine Henderson.
Again, a lot of time that time sitting up in that pocket. Jaron Dabney was actually open over in the left flat. Unable to find him. Good thing for the Gamecocks. Bearcats forced to punt. You'll see the ball bounces as it comes in. Unable to come up with that catch on the short throw there as he short hopped it.
So once again, Bassetti checks in to punt the ball. Sam Houston already their 3rd punt here in the first quarter. And this one kicked away from Delvin Hughley once again, and JSU will have it 1st and 10 from just inside their 30-yard line, and not a bad strategy to kick away from Delvin Hughley.
Not at all, especially after that first one gets run back for a touchdown. Well, apparent touchdown. He was called back because of the block in the back penalty. But again, JSU wins that battle of the punting as they gain some yardage, and now will start in relatively good field position. No penalties to start this drive. Maybe they'll have an opportunity to get things rolling again offensively.
3:29 left in the first quarter. Jacksonville State scoring on their first possession of the game, but it's been all defense since then. Stansel running the option, gets the pitch out to Roger Bell, his first carry of the game, and Bell is cut down on a good play defensively by Keith Davis coming up from the Bearcat secondary.
Well, you can tell that's what Sam Houston State has really worked against in this 2 weeks they've had to prepare for the Gamecocks. They have several men at the point of attack before the Gamecocks even get there, as the ball carrier gets there. So a nice job defensively that time, again, by this defense that leads the conference in total defense.
2nd down and 11 as Bell actually lost a yard on that play. Tillery, who's in the game now in motion. Here's the pitch to Rogers. And Rogers is tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. The first man to get a hand on him was Tremaine Jackson, the 5'11", 220-pound linebacker, so that play gains nothing. It'll be 3rd and long.
That's an outstanding play by Tremaine Jackson. If he does not make that play, the Gamecocks have a pretty good-looking play going, but Tremaine Jackson steps in there and drops it for virtually no gain.
So 3rd and 11 for Jacksonville State. The Sam Houston State defense really picking it up here since that first Gamecock scoring drive. Stansel looks to throw. Pass over the middle. Herman Bell's got it. 1st down out at the 46-yard line, brought down by Sam Houston State's Courtney Boston.
Boy, what a nice job of execution that time. Bell runs a great route. It's a deep curl route. Stansel lays it right on the money. Great protection that time, results in the 1st down.
JSU now 2 of 3 on 3rd down conversions this afternoon as Herman Bell gets just his 2nd catch of the season. Moving over to receiver in the spring when Coach Crow took over was a running back here at Jacksonville State up until this season. Delayed handoff to Rondi Rogers, and a good gain on 1st down as Rogers bursts his way across the 50-yard line to the Sam Houston State 49, tackled by Lee Leidinger.
Yeah, I tell you, the Bearcats were really crowding the line of scrimmage on that 1st down play. JSU, tendency-wise, has run the ball on 1st down here in this first quarter, Bearcats that time trying to stop it. Take a look. They really have the line of scrimmage crowded, but a nice job. Forward momentum, hard running as Rodney Rogers picks up good yardage.
Rogers now 5 carries for 25 yards. The junior out of Birmingham, Alabama. 2nd down and 4. Same play, better result. Rogers 1st down to the Sam Houston State 41. Jaquel Young, the linebacker, made the stop.
Boy, again, give these offensive linemen a lot of credit. They are really doing a good job up front. Size-wise, they're outmanned. Heart-wise, they're certainly not. 1st down, JSU.
And Carlo James doing a good job lead blocking so far in this first quarter as we're under a minute to play in the quarter. 1st and 10 for Jacksonville State. They're back in Bearcat territory at the 41-yard line. Receivers split to either side, and here's the pitch to Rogers. Rogers gets 2 or 3 tough yards up the middle. Sam Houston State's Kevin Randall made the tackle.
Yeah, that should be the last play of the first quarter. JSU trying to control the clock as they drive down the field. I believe that'll be the last time they'll snap it, though, before the break.
Play gain 3 yards, so it will be 2nd down and 7, but as Butch said, that will be the final play of the first quarter. A good one so far for Jacksonville State at this big 2000 reunion day on campus this afternoon. The Gamecocks lead it after 1, 7-0 over Sam Houston.
Monday, August 16th, 4 Classic Hits DJs go missing. And never mind, we found them. Z93.1, more classic hits, more ways to win. Join Wild Bill in the morning with the Zoo Crew, Randy McDonnell and Suzanne Witt. Then spend the afternoon with Steve the Caseman Casey. It's the all-new Classic Hits, Z93.1.
Who wants to see a millionaire? The Winston 500 roars into Talladega Superspeedway, where one of 5 drivers could win $1 million. Last year's winner, Dale Earnhardt, is right for $75. The price of a weekend Allison Grandstand ticket for the Winn-Dixie 300 and the Winston 500. Call 256-362-RACE or purchase online. And that's our final answer.
At Paul Snow Stadium, getting set to begin the second quarter. Jacksonville State leading the Bearcats of Sam Houston State by a touchdown. Pretty good first quarter, Jacksonville State. They held the football for 8 minutes and scored on their very first possession. Got a pretty good drive working here, Butch.
Yeah, and it's important they get some points out of this one. They held the ball for the majority of the first quarter. 8 minutes, I think, only 7 for the Bearcats. So JSU doing what they wanted to coming into this first quarter. Need to continue that and get some points here.
2 tight ends. Cedric Allen split wide to the right. And Stansel looks for it. He's running a post. About 3 defenders back there and a near interception by Courtney Boston.
Well, I tell you what, they defended that well, very, very well. In fact, everybody converged on Allen. No one else in the route. All those defensive backs read that. As you said, 3 people around him almost intercepted on the play. JSU now with a 3rd down, crucial 3rd down and long play. Stancil lays this ball into the end zone. What you can see, Allen surrounded by defenders there.
Stancil did have plenty of time, but there's too many white jerseys around big Cedric Allen.
JSU's going to have to use a timeout. Little confusion getting the play in from the sideline that time.
So Jacksonville State stops the clock, just underway second quarter on this 3rd and 7 play coming up in just a moment.
Hi folks, I'm Matt Miles with Buster Miles Auto Dealerships in downtown Heflin. The new Monte Carlo, the new Silverado. We have a special selection of International Motorsports Hall of Fame vehicles, limited edition, just for this sale. Over 300 new and used vehicles every day, low prices at our dealerships. Buster Miles Chevy O's and Ford Mercury in downtown Heflin.
Wish you were here? Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail.
Another touchdown for the Gamecocks here in the fourth quarter at Paul Snow Stadium. JSU fans, can I have your attention, please? We have a very special guest with us today in Section 38, Row 18, Seat 7. Jack is one of this community's great citizens. Last year alone, he supplied meals to feed 25 senior citizens, assisted 7 Goshen tornado victims, and sheltered a family victimized by fire.
But all I did was give to United Way.
Give to the United Way of East Central Alabama.
Wow.
And the JSU mascot, Cocky, who is wearing a new uniform this season.
Yeah, he changed colors. He's gone red instead of white.
So big 3rd down play coming up for Jacksonville State. Stancil will just keep it himself, and Stancil's got first down yardage and more to the Sam Houston 25-yard line, where he was met by Tremaine Jackson, but another conversion on 3rd down for Jacksonville State.
And that one was huge. Mickey, you and I were talking during the break that JSU has been very impressive in the first quarter, but they are going to have to take advantage of their opportunity. Sam Houston State in this ball game last year came out in the second half and blew open what was a close ball game and shut out the Gamecocks and scored 20-something points to win that one going away 51-17. JSU need to capitalize on their opportunities here.
Another big block by Carlo James that really freed up Stancil to get that first down. And now James gets the carry on first down, and no daylight at all up the middle. Big number 92, Reginald Reddick, helping fill the hole.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's a lot of bodies laying in that spot. Again, remember, this is the end of the field where it's the most slippery. We were on the field prior to the ball game, and I don't know why it seems that it drains that way, but this end is very, very wet still. So I think those offensive linemen working against these larger defensive guys may have a more difficult time driving them out of their own plays like the one we just saw.
Reddick, another big defender up front for Sam Houston, 6'2", right at 290 pounds. 2nd down and 9. Stancil throws it to Allen inside the 20, and Allen is taken out of bounds at around the 18-yard line, which will leave JSU just a couple of yards short of first down yardage.
Well, that was a nice, safe play the Gamecocks ran, and it was wide open. You've got Cedric Allen out in the flat. Reggie Stancil rolling to the right, lays the ball right on the money. We have a 3rd down and relatively short now.
Boy, in that first quarter, JSU really dominated, had 115 yards of total offense. Sam Houston State only with 28.
Yeah, Sam Houston State by far the majority of their offense came on 2 15-yard penalties.
3rd and short for Jacksonville State. Handoff to Rogers, broke the initial tackle behind the line of scrimmage of Kirk Broom, and this is close.
Yeah, it's going to be close, but Broom just an outstanding play coming in from his linebacker spot there. I don't know this game. In fact, I know that it appears they're going to be short here, and I think they'll go for the field goal.
So JSU been very effective on 3rd down conversions so far, but they miss an opportunity there. So Hopkins will now check in to attempt a field goal. It'll be spotted down at the 23-yard line, so it will be a 33-yard attempt.
I tell you what, this is very, very short. JSU wanting to go ahead by more than a touchdown. Obviously, we mentioned there's a little bit of wind here, and it's across the field. See if it comes into play.
And the kick is up, and it's good. So Jacksonville State extends their lead to 10-0 with 12:49 left here in our second quarter. We'll continue with more from Paul Snow Stadium in just a moment.
I spent 4 of the best years of my life at Jacksonville State. I will always remember the good times and the friendships I made. That's why JSU is called the friendliest campus in the South. Our Alumni Association carries on the tradition.
Hi, I'm Chris Hopkins, candidate for Circuit Court Judge. I've been asked, why are you talking about seniors and retirees? Calhoun and Cleburne counties have a substantial senior and retiree population. Their numbers are growing. They have limited resources, and things tend to bother them more. They need a court system that moves cases quickly. On November the 7th, please vote for me, Chris Hopkins, as your circuit judge for Calhoun and Cleburne counties.
And Jacksonville State, 10-0 now over Sam Houston State after Brad Hopkins converted on the 33-yard field goal. He is now 3 for 3 in field goal attempts this season. Sam Houston State, then unable to get anything going offensively, will try it again here as Chris Foster will get a chance to return this one. And he's out across the 20, and that's about all as Jacksonville State's Scott Smith came down to make the stop. And Butch, we've mentioned a couple of times, a big day here on campus, Reunion 2000, and I know it's a very exciting time for a lot of former players like yourself, a lot of former coaches, and of course Gamecock fans in general.
Yeah, the reunion basically involves the past football and baseball teams, not a renaming, but a dedication ceremony to name the baseball field Rudy Abbott Field. The Gamecocks now in baseball will be playing their home games on Rudy Abbott Field.
Sam Houston State 1st and 10. Knoll remaining in their quarterback in the shotgun will keep it himself, and good yardage on first down taken down by Jacksonville State's Jimmy Johnson after a pickup of about 5 yards.
Again, Sam Houston State doing something that's a little out of character for them. The quarterback running the football. They have not done that very much this year. Maybe catching JSU a little bit off guard. 2 times they've done it. Both times it's resulted in pretty good gains. Going back to Rudy Abbott, by the way, in baseball, he is not in baseball, in coaching, period. He's the winningest coach in Alabama collegiate sports history.
Amazing statistic. And a great honor for Coach Abbott this afternoon. Knoll rolling to his right. Passes away, and there's Dominguez, first catch of the day, and it's good for first down out to the 42.
And nice evasiveness by Knoll as he's able to avoid a couple of defenders there and then get that pass to Dominguez and the first down for the Bearcats. Going back to Rudy Abbott again for a second. By the way, he is only 6 wins short of 1,000. Nice completion there by Knoll to Dominguez.
So 1st and 10, Sam Houston State out at the 42. And some movement by the right end. That's the tight end, Keith Heinrich. So you would assume this would go against the Bearcats.
Right to the snap. False start.
And it will indeed.
5-yard penalty.
False start. They'll penalize them back to the 37.
I got to go one more thing about Coach Abbott, by the way. He's already announced that this will be his last season here at JSU. This will be his 31st year.
Looks like he could coach another 30.
Yeah, he does. Looks great. And I tell you what, he's an outstanding baseball coach, just an outstanding person in general.
7th penalty of the day. 1st and 15 out of the shotgun is Null. Pass down the middle of the field and over the head of the intended receiver, Aubrey Herring, who appeared to be breaking free in the Jacksonville secondary.
Yeah, that time Null was forced to throw the ball a little bit before he wanted to. C.J. Boyd coming from his defensive end spot. Another Gamecock applying pressure from the outside on the left side.
So it'll be 2nd and 15 after the incompletion. Bradley remaining on the sidelines, starting quarterback for Sam Houston, replaced by Null, and Null staying in there now, out of the shotgun. Null once again with a lot of time, having trouble finding an open receiver, and elects to keep it himself, and he's back to the original line of scrimmage and actually may have gotten a yard on top of that. Cornell Buford, the senior linebacker, combining with a couple other Gamecock defenders on the tackle.
I tell you what, you see, well, you can't really get it in the replay, but it is excellent coverage downfield that time by the Gamecocks. They dropped off the linebackers and the secondary. That senior group did an excellent job that time. Noel had no place to throw the ball, ran the ball very wisely there, picked up 6.
So 3rd down and 9. Sam Houston State been very ineffective on possession plays, but they convert here. The pass complete to Jonathan Cooper, taken down by McCullough, but he's at the JSU 42-yard line, and that will be a 1st down.
That time Gamecocks brought a linebacker, picked up very well by the Bearcats up front. Noel had plenty of times by bringing that linebacker. You leave some open spots if you're not able to force the quarterback to throw it quickly. Gamecocks didn't get to him. Noel stood in there, completed the pass for the 1st down.
And that is Cooper's 16th catch of the year, second only to Dominguez, as Null now has come in, has gone 3 of 4 passing for 30 yards. So from the JSU 42, here is Dabney on the carry. Dabney has not been able to break free at all this afternoon. Delvin Hughley, Natasha James up from the secondary to stop him after a gain of 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, these guys in the secondary for the Gamecocks do a great job of coming up on run support. Again, a senior bunch. They are excellent coverage guys. And take a look, Natasha James, Delvin Hughley reacting up to make the tackle. Pretty good gain, though, on 1st down of about 4.
Yeah, it's more than it appeared. He did get 4, so it's 2nd down and 6. 3 receivers. Sam Houston State will go with 3 and 4 receivers at times. Null setting up the screen pass, blocked by Smith, but he caught it on the deflection. Now he's running the football. And he picks up positive yardage to about the JSU 35-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, when Null first caught that ball that had been batted up, I thought it was a mistake because it appeared as though he would be tackled for a substantial loss. He broke a couple of arm tackles and ended up picking up positive yardage on the play. Take a look at it. This is amazing. Ball batted right back to Null. Look, there's 2 Gamecocks there, unable to bring him down. He fakes somebody out, and then here he goes again for positive yardage on the play.
Max Smith getting through there, getting a hand on that football, but catching a tough break as it goes right back to Null's hand.
Thurman missed him on the outside that time.
So we've got a timeout here. 3rd and 3, the situation for Sam Houston State. Gamecocks with a 10-0 lead. We'll take a break. 8:50 left in our 2nd quarter from Paul Snow Stadium.
Wish you were here? Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail.
I wouldn't think of going on the field without buckling up. You shouldn't think of driving without buckling your seatbelt.
This public service announcement is brought to you by TV 24, Jacksonville State University, and the Alabama State Troopers, asking you to please buckle up every time you drive.
It is 3rd down and 3 for Sam Houston State. Noel calling the play in the huddle on a beautiful, bright, sunny day in Jacksonville, Alabama.
Boy, important play right here.
Football just inside the JSU 35. Jacksonville State bringing a lot of men up at the line of scrimmage.
One-on-one coverage on the outside as Noel checks.
And now JXU backs the secondary off again. Noel back to throw. Pass to Dominguez. It's tackled immediately by Delvin Hughley, real close to the line to make, which was the 32.
I tell you, JSU was trying to get Noel to check into a pass play and then shift out of it. The Bearcats did, but they still may have picked up this first down yardage as Dominguez catches it on the wide receiver screen. Delvin Hughley defended the play very, very well, but they're going to have to measure to see if this is enough for first down yardage.
Boy, two great athletes going head-to-head there, Hughley and Dominguez.
Now, I tell you, it was smart to check out of that by Noel because the Gamecocks definitely had it stacked up against the run. One-on-one coverage on the outside. After the check, the Gamecocks shifted out of it, but they still had a nice play called. Again, getting the ball to Dominguez, who is such a good athlete. We'll see if he gets that yardage.
Well, they stretched the chains, and as you can see, about short by about the length of the football.
I believe Coach Randall will be going for this. I know it's risky to do that here, but I will be surprised if he doesn't go for it here on 4th down.
Well, the football is just inside the JSU 33. They need the 32, and they're going. And you can see Coach Crow cheering up his defense here.
Well, I tell you, Coach Crow is an excitable type of coach, and it's great having him here. These guys have really responded well.
And a handoff to the big fullback, Rusty Claxton, and he gets the first down and more to about the 30-yard line.
Well, definite advantage there in the fact that these Sam Houston linemen, as I've mentioned before, are much larger than the defensive line for the Gamecocks. That time they came up, cut their splits way, way down, handed off to their big fullback, and really picked that first down yardage up relatively easily.
So 1st and 10 for Sam Houston State. Their first attempt on 4th down, and they convert. Now 3 receivers to the left. Noel will fake and look to throw. Gordon's after him, and he's got him back at the 38.
And again, that's a coverage sack. You had 3 receivers lined up wide to the left. Noel rolls out, looks to his right, and then he's going back to try to find one of those. He really wanted to hit the receiver running straight down the middle, but too deep coverage for the Gamecocks. The safety on the far side shifted back over and took that away. Too late then, Gamecocks sack him.
And this is a young man Jacksonville State coaches really high on. Spencer Gordon, just a sophomore, 6'7", 300 pounds out of Nashville, Tennessee. Has all the physical tools to play at the next level. 2nd down. Big loss on that play. Dabney on the draw play, and he gets great yardage inside the 30. McCullough wraps him up there, but he gets back most of the yardage lost on that sack, so it'll still set up, though, 3rd and long.
And I tell you what, Dabney shows signs on this play why he was Freshman of the Year in the WAC Conference prior to transferring to Sam Houston State.
So it will be 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Another big play. I tell you, this drive has been nothing but big plays. Another big play here on 3rd down.
Noel will load up the shotgun. 3 receivers in the formation. Once again, he's got all day to throw it over the middle, and it is intercepted. Erouse McCullough with an escort of red in front of him. And McCullough returns it out to the 35-yard line. There is a penalty flag, or actually 3 flags, on the field after the interception.
Yeah, the key is they're after the interception, so it's certainly going to be the Gamecocks' ball. Noel, with lots of time, that time he never saw McCullough coming from his opposite safety position there. McCullough able to hang on to that ball. Nice read by McCullough. Low block against the Gamecocks is going to back this thing way up, but they do retain possession.
Sam Houston State's very effective drive comes to an end with this interception by McCullough.
Cover two. In other words, you've got the two safeties sitting back there. McCullough reads the eyes of the quarterback null, breaks on the football, comes up with the interception. But again, the penalty is going to force the Gamecocks to start deep in their own territory.
Way back at their 10. So instead of having the ball out across the 35, they'll have to start from their 10. So that's a big penalty.
Yes, it is. Boy, I tell you what, McCullough made a nice run afterwards, but the penalty forced them to start way back just outside the 10-yard line.
Well, it's amazing how those defenders quickly turned into offensive blockers. That's good coaching. That's a sign of good coaching.
You better believe it. These guys are excited about playing back there. They love to come up with those turnovers.
McCullough's first interception of the season, and it puts a stop to a very good Bearcat drive. So Stancil hands it off straight up the middle. This is James, I believe, on the carry. And he spins his way out to about the 20-yard line and very close to a Jack State first down.
Again, offensive linemen for the Gamecocks, Little, Hogan, Ross, Sullivan, Ward doing a nice job. Take a look at McCullough on the sideline. First interception of the year.
Second down and 1 as James didn't quite get enough yardage for the first down. Well, that secondary, Delvin Hughley there, you see him as well. They definitely came out to play today.
Tight-knit group. They do a great job.
So on second and short, once again, it's James, the fullback, and he's met by a host of Bearcat defenders at the 20.
May have struggled forward for the first down yardage. It's going to be close.
No official signal yet. They may have to bring the chains over for this one.
And I believe that's what they're going to do.
Well, actually, they're going to call it third down. So
okay,
they evidently pretty confident here. So we'll call it third down and less than a yard for Jacksonville State.
Yeah, well defended that time by those big guys up front for Sam Houston State.
Let's see if Jacksonville State goes back up the middle. Same play left side, and James rumbles for first down yardage out to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, nice job at the point of attack that time. Good movement up front results in that first down.
So as we tick under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter, it's a big possession here for Jacksonville State. They put a stop to a Sam Houston State drive and grinding out yardage here on the ground like this run by James. That's what they want to do going in late in the second quarter.
Yeah, and they keep the clock running, and as you said, Sam Houston State used up a lot of the clock there in the second quarter on their previous drive. It resulted in no points. JSU might actually run the half out here if they can control this football.
And some confusion there. The ball's on the ground. Stancil got back on and a flag comes in. By the way, I want to correct the stat we gave a moment ago. Eros McCullough's third interception of the year, but his first interception in conference play.
I tell you, that was almost disastrous for the Gamecocks. First of all, they had two men in motion, which resulted in the penalty flags coming out. Then the ball ends up on the ground. You know that's going to be turned down if Sam Houston State's able to recover that football. So JSU almost really made a mistake there. I'm sure this will be declined, and it'll be second down for the Gamecocks.
So a busted play.
Offense. Penalty is declined.
Results in
Second
a
down.
6-yard loss. So obviously, as you said, Butch, they'll get the yardage, more yardage than they would have gotten on the penalty, plus the loss of a down.
Yeah, and it could have been a lot worse because they almost turned the football over. Obvious looking passing situation. JSU's had some success on some third down situations when it was pretty obvious they were throwing the ball. This time on second down, they love to run screens and draws here, though.
Bell and Allen split to either side. Allen in motion. And Stancil drops to throw. Flag comes in again. Stancil with a defender draped all over him. Gets the pass away to Herman Bell out at the 34-yard line. But we'll check the flag back around the line of scrimmage.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Stancil that is an unbelievable job by the young man that's playing quarterback and built like a fullback, standing in there strong and delivering that ball right on the money. See what the penalty is going to be, though.
And the officials tell us illegal procedure against JSU. So some big penalties here for Jacksonville State. Another big play that would have put them in a makeable third and about 4, but instead they're going to be backed up again.
I tell you what, Coach Crow, Coach Bobo, quarterback coach, Coach Slater, the offensive coordinator, not going to be pleased at all about these silly penalties, and those are really silly penalties when you're making those kind of things. Illegal procedure, 2 men in motion at the same time, 2 plays in a row. JSU with some confusion on offense.
Illegal formation, 6 men on the line. Offense.
JSU's 6th penalty of the afternoon, 60 yards total. And so they're going to be penalized back to the 18-yard line, which will set up 2nd down and close to 20 yards.
By explanation that time, the referee told us that they did not have enough men on the line of scrimmage. So one of those wide receivers that's supposed to be on the line was not on the line of scrimmage, resulting in the penalty that time.
So now Sam Houston State's defense with a chance to put a stop here to Jacksonville State and get the ball back late in the 2nd quarter. Jack State sets up the screen pass, and not much running room for Rod Brown checking in the game on that play. He's out to the 20 for a gain of just a couple, which will set up 3rd down and 18.
Yeah, pretty safe play trying to run the screen. Well defended that time, though. Maybe picked up a yard or 2. JSU certainly in 3rd down and long. What looked like to be a very promising start to this drive now doesn't look good at all as JSU faced with this 3rd and very, very long.
They need to move the ball all the way out to their 38-yard line. So let's see how the Gamecocks play it. 3:20 and counting left before halftime. Allen and Bell split to the right. Stancil leaves it on the ground with Rondi Rogers, and they play it safe and try to keep that clock running as Rogers back to the original line of scrimmage. And on 4th down, JSU will be forced to punt the football.
Yeah, and I think that's very smart of the Gamecocks to run the clock primarily, whether they did it on the screen pass or whether they did it on the running play. They've kept this clock moving. We go down under 3 minutes. Should leave Sam Houston State with only, well, when this thing's finished, probably about 2:30 when they snap the ball.
So John Howard checks in to punt the football, averaging around 35 yards a kick. Kerry Gleaton, the long snapper, back deep for Sam Houston State, Jerron Dabney. Good rush. The punt is blocked. Sam Houston State is going to pick it up and run it in for a touchdown. That's number 5, Keith Davis. And what a big play on special teams late in this first half for the Bearcats.
Well, that's the 5th block punt in 5 games for the Bearcats. So this is not something that's unexpected by this Bearcat club. Sam Houston State, as I said, has already blocked 4 punts this year. This one now results in the touchdown. The Gamecocks have had some punts that have come close to being blocked before this. You know they've worked on it this week. Not a good job protecting that time at all.
So Alex St. Peter, who is 13 of 14 on extra point attempts, make him 14 of 15. And what a big play. 10-7 now. Jacksonville State, their lead cut to 3. And we knew coming into this game, Butch, Sam Houston State very good on the punt block team. As you said, they had 4 blocks coming into this game. 2 of those returned for touchdowns, so now make it 5 blocks in 4 games, 3 returned for touchdowns.
Right, and that's just unbelievable statistics. They've been able to do that, and it's also unbelievable that this punt team allowed that to happen, knowing that coming into the game. So, you know, when you know that ahead of time, it is just an outstanding effort by the Bearcats, resulting in the 7 points. And what a turnaround this ball game. A ball game that had been completely controlled by the Gamecocks. All of a sudden, 3-point lead is right before halftime. It's only 10-7 now because of that huge block return for a touchdown.
A team that has been unable to get really anything going offensively. JSU's defense just shutting them out, and then they get a big touchdown right before halftime out of their special team.
Right, momentum plays such a huge role for these Gamecocks. They're undersized, and they've been playing a lot on just hard, and now they're going to go into the half unless something really outstanding happens for them on offense in this 2 minutes and 17 seconds that we have remaining. They're going to go in on a down note when everything had been so positive thus far in the first half.
So St. Peter will tee it up for the Bearcats. Herman Bell back deep for Jacksonville State. Bell averaging 37.7 per return in his long 78 yards, which came in the Stanford game a couple of weeks ago.
Boy, and a hush has come over this stadium. There's a pretty good crowd here today, but it has really gotten quiet after that big block and touchdown return for Sam Houston State. Gamecocks going to need something good to happen for them to get momentum back on their sideline.
There you get a look at the crowd on hand here at Paul Snow Stadium. St. Peter's approach, high deep kick, Herman Bell from the 2-yard line. And Bell finds a little gap right up the middle, returns it out near the 30 as he was tackled by number 30, Lee Leitner. So Jacksonville State will take over 1st and 10 with 2:04 to play in the first half.
Right, and they've got to stop the mental mistakes. They've had some opportunities on offense, really haven't exploited those as they should have because of the penalties. Most of those little silly things, 2 people in motion, lining up in a formation that's incorrect, those types of things. Those have got to cease. I'm sure they'll work to correct that at halftime. They're going to put some points on the board prior to half, though. They've got to do it right now.
So let's see how aggressively Jacksonville State approaches this here. 1st and 10. Stancil will run the option, tried to keep it himself, and he was belted right at the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Jackson, 5'11", 220, the senior linebacker out of Houston, Texas, really put a lick on Stancil.
Yeah, Reggie Stancil had a lot of yardage rushing last year. The Bearcats came in prepared to defend this option. They did an outstanding job on that play.
And so Sam Houston State going to call a timeout here.
And as you can tell, all of the momentum on the visiting sideline right now. Those guys are jumping around, making a lot of noise. You shouldn't even be able to hear them over this crowd, and yet we were able to hear it way up here in our booth as these guys made the great defensive play, immediately called the timeout, hoping to get another opportunity to try to block a punt on 4th down if they're able to hold for 2 more downs.
Special teams has got them back in this football game. And now calling a timeout here, they'd like to stop JSU 3 and out and get another shot at it here.
You better believe it. And like you say, it's not a situation where they want to try to get the ball back offensively. They want to make you have to punt the thing to try to block it again and score with those special teams. Coach Crow, a huge fan of special teams play, so you know he's going to really have some things to say about that punt being blocked when he gets into the dressing room during the half.
And it's amazing what plays like that can do for you. You're starting to see a swagger out of these Sam Houston State players that we have not seen since the pregame warm-ups. I mean, they were really shut down up until that last play, and plays like that can really give you some confidence.
Yeah, and it's even more important that it happened right before the half when they had absolutely had nothing going on the offensive side, and their defense seemed to be a little bit vulnerable, but boy, they have really stepped it up since that turnover.
Stancil 5 of 8 now passing the football for Jacksonville State. He may be throwing here on 2nd and 11. And he will drop back to throw with time. Goes over the middle and right through the hands of the big tight end, Jake Carlton. He was covered very well, but the ball was put right on the money.
And like you say, you described it exactly, Mickey. He was covered exceptionally well. Stancil threw that ball the only place you could throw it and give Jake Carlton a chance to come up with that catch. You'll take a look. He should have caught this. Now, that would not have been an easy catch. You got to come up with that one when he lays it right there.
So a tough break for Jacksonville State. They would have had great field position with plenty of time here, but instead it's 3rd and 11.
They only sent 2 people out on the route.
So on 3rd down, they stay on the ground with Rondi Rogers, and Rogers is stopped short of the 1st down. They bring him down at the 34, and Sam Houston State, as expected, will stop the clock again with a timeout with 1:37 left in the first half.
JSU forced into this punting situation. You can bet they're going to be coming after him again.
So 4th down, and Sam Houston State will get another shot at Jacksonville State's punt team, and if they don't block the kick, they're going to have a little bit of time to work with.
Yeah, they will, and you know they're going to put the thing in the air. They have no more timeouts remaining. A big part of that, of course, will depend on where they take over the ball. JSU would have an opportunity to probably, pick one off if you're forcing them into that passing situation, which they will if they're able to get this punt out of here.
Well, Coach Crow, his coaching staff, as you said, Butch, if if the average Joe can spot that statistic about the rush team for Sam Houston State, you knew the coaches had really focused on that tremendously this week, and they still give up a block kick.
Yeah, and we're going to see what they do here. Now, you know, the thing is, you've got to worry so much about protecting here. You've also got to do a good job of coverage. So they're still in the same type punt formation. They do not use max protection here.
Another good rush, but Howard gets it out of there. Kick will hit at the 38 and will be down there by Jacksonville State's Kerry Gleaton, the long snapper. So Sam Houston State will take over 1st and 10 with 1:30 to play here in the first half.
Yeah, good field position. You can bet they're going to come out and at least on 1st and 2nd down, try to get this thing down the field quickly, get a field goal, possibly a touchdown to take the lead. What a momentum swing that block punt was, though. I tell you, there was nothing happening on the visiting sideline, and now all of a sudden those guys are excited, and on the home side it's just the opposite, completely dead here as we hit near the halftime mark.
And as you see there, Albert Bradley is back in the game now. The starter was relieved by Brian Knoll for the last few series, but is back in there. Gets his pass away, and a great grab by Jonathan Cooper. First down. Play gained 12 yards to the JSU 49, and now they will go without a huddle. And I think this tells you who Coach Randleman really wants to have in there when he's trying to throw the football, as Bradley has come back in the game. 1st and 10. Swings it out to Dabney. Pass was deflected. That may have been Scott Smith who got a hand on that one.
Yeah, it's a good job, but for the Bearcats, that's not too bad because it does stop the clock. Again, 1 minute and 14 seconds remaining. Take a look. Good job getting up here and knocking that ball away. As you mentioned, Scott Smith coming in to do that.
Just a freshman out of Cumming, Georgia, 6'3", 210, and his height helped him there. 2nd and 10. Should say Bradley in the shotgun. All day to throw it. Gets his pass away to the big tight end. And Heinrich is to the JSU 45. Slow to get up. Play gained about 4 yards, and now the official will stop play for the moment as Heinrich is still down on the field.
Well, I certainly hope the young man's not injured, but, you know, sometimes you have these injuries, so the clock will stop since he wasn't able to get out of bounds. Not saying that's what happened here, because he definitely took the shot, able to run through that one by Thurman. May have rolled up on that ankle. Then again, it may just be a ploy to stop the clock.
Dale Gaines came over and put him down hard, and they're looking at that left ankle. So he will be assisted over to the Sam Houston State sideline. 58 seconds to play here in the first half. It'll be 3rd and a long 5 for Sam Houston State at the JSU 45.
I tell you what, they're only about 15 yards from being in field goal range. And I think the reason Bradley's in the game, one, he has a stronger arm than Knoll did, and he's certainly more elusive.
So Bradley now 4 of 10 for 19 yards. Not typical Bradley numbers. Gets this pass away, and it is complete to Jermaine Henderson at the JSU 33. First down yardage. They'll stop the clock once again with 41 seconds to play.
And they are really, really close now to field goal range. About 7 more yards, and they would definitely be in range.
And move the chains. Now they wind the clock. Bradley back to throw again. Pass is away. Pass is caught by Jonathan Cooper. Short gain to the 28, but they inch ever so closer to field goal range. 23 and counting, and they're out of timeout. So on 2nd and 4, Bradley will drop back to throw it again. Now some pressure. He'll tiptoe down the sidelines and get as much as he can. The official is going to say he stepped out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard gain to the 27.
Well, I tell you, the crowd on the far side are screaming for a holding penalty. Scott Smith's about to get his jersey ripped off as the tackle for Sam Houston State holding on to that red jersey.
So they will try the field goal, but Jacksonville State will call time before they do. 5 seconds left, third down, but obviously with a time factor, they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal here.
Yeah, and they won't have an opportunity, even though it's only third down, they will not have an opportunity with only 5 seconds remaining on a bobbled snap or something like that to set up and do this again. So this will be the final play, barring, of course, a defensive penalty of the first half.
St. Peter, by the way, is 2 of 5 in field goal attempts this season. Jacksonville State has seen Sam Houston State come back with that block punt for the touchdown. Now they're back in field goal range. They get this, we go in time.
Yeah, and like I say, that's going to be devastating from a mental standpoint for the Gamecocks. This would be huge if they're able to come away here with the lead as they go into halftime. A lot of momentum now swung to the visitor side, in this case, Sam Houston State.
This will be spotted at the 33. It'll be a 43-yard field goal attempt. Matt Buss will be the holder. St. Peter gets it up, plenty of distance, and he nails it. So as time expires, Sam Houston State has come off the deck here late in the second quarter. Special teams have got them back into this football game after a first half dominated by Jacksonville State on both sides of the line of scrimmage. We head into the locker room all tied at 10-10.
Yeah, first half completely dominated by the Gamecocks. We're going to the half 10 apiece.
We'll take a break and come back with halftime activities from Paul Snow Stadium in just a moment.
Who guarantees big brands, not big prices, 6 months free credit options, March shopper rebates, free normal alterations, and free gift boxes? Well, who else but Martin? Low prices, customer service, and quality clothing for the whole family. Martin's everyday low prices are lower than department store sale prices. Ask about our free credit options. When it comes to saving money on big brands, it's Martin's Family Clothing, where service is never on sale.
Ideas Plus can help you with all your embroidery, screen printing, and promotional needs. We offer a wide variety of apparel, computer mouse pads, pins, plus thousands of other items that can have your organization's name on them. Ideas Plus is a huge selection of merchandise for fundraiser projects, advertising, and to show your school spirit. Ideas Plus is locally owned and operated and has been serving the area for 7 years. We are located at 1013 Snow Street in Oxford. So when you're planning your next project, give us a call at Ideas Plus.
At Dwayne's Furniture Warehouse, we strive to save you money in all your furniture needs, such as a 4-drawer chest, $39.95, lighted curios, $159, 3-piece living room set, $4.99, 5-piece dinette, $179, 5-piece bedroom suite, $3.19. Folks, we don't need a George Washington's Mother's Brothers birthday sale to save you money. We do it every day. Come see us when you can at Dwayne's Furniture Warehouse, 1810 Noble Street, Anniston.
Hi, I'm Chris Hopkins, candidate for Circuit Court Judge. I've been asked, why are you talking about seniors and retirees? Calhoun and Cleburne counties have a substantial senior and retiree population. Their numbers are growing. They have limited resources, and things tend to bother them more. They need a court system that moves cases quickly. On November the 7th, please vote for me, Chris Hopkins, as your circuit judge for Calhoun and Cleburne counties.
We are back at Paul Snow Stadium here on the campus of Jacksonville State University. Mickey Shadrack's now joined by a special guest here at halftime, Connie Edge, the Director of Alumni Affairs here at JSU. Connie, welcome into the press box here. First of all, get your comments on the game. Great beginning for Jacksonville State, but things got a little shaky there late in the second quarter.
Absolutely, and we're going to come back. I have total faith and confidence in this team, in this coaching staff, in our crowd. Everybody's into the game. We're going to make it. I believe that.
Well, a lot of football left to play, so I'm sure both teams are definitely strategizing here at halftime. JSU dominating there for most of the first half and had a special teams letdown there late in the second quarter that enabled Sam Houston State to get back in it. Connie, let's talk about a lot of the things that are going on away from the field today. This has been a very busy day, and I know you've been very busy. We've talked about the 2000 Reunion Day. Tell us a little bit about what that's about.
The 2000 reunion is our football, all of our former football players. We invited them back to campus, and they have a lot of special events going on today. They were recognized at the pregame activities, and they are so excited to be here. We have them throughout all of the decades that we've had football, and it's just a delight to see their enthusiasm, their excitement. They're so impressed with our campus, all the things that we have going on here. It has been a great day. Right now, we're recognizing all of our former baseball players, and it's just been a wonderful day. There's so much that's been going on with Preview Day and with Family Day. So this campus has been alive today. If you weren't here at Jacksonville State, you missed it today.
Yeah, a lot of big names that have played a big part in the history of JSU athletics. Jim Fuller, longtime coach here. Bill Burgess here today as well. We talked about Rudy Abbott before and the special honor he had earlier today out at the baseball field. Todd Jones, who played baseball here, he now pitches for the Detroit Tigers. So not just people that are well known at Jacksonville State, but we got some big names here today.
Absolutely, we do. Coach Don Sauls, who was a longtime coach back in the earlier years, is here. It's just been an amazing day, and it's not over yet. The football players still have an event this evening after the game, so we're not through yet.
Well, talk a little bit about your position running the alumni affairs for Jacksonville State. I know that you obviously play a big role in what's going on here today, but talk a bit about what your department does in general for the university.
Well, we're kind of the connection between alumni and the university. Once you leave here, sometimes it's hard to know what's going on, or you're trying to stay in touch with some of your old college classmates, and that's what we're here for. We're the kind of the connection between the alumni and the university, and we're available for whatever our alumni need. We of course do publications, the Gem of the Hills magazine, and then letters out. We did the mail outs for the football reunion, for the baseball reunion, and that's what we're responsible for, is just being able to stay in touch with the alumni.
Well, you do a fantastic job here at Jacksonville State. Thanks for your role and the role you've played here today. The buzz on this campus, you could feel it 2 or 3 hours before game time. Connie, again, thanks for coming in, and enjoy the second half.
Thank you, Mickey. We're going to win.
All right, Connie Edge, Director of Alumni Affairs here at Jacksonville State University. All tied 10-10 at halftime in Jacksonville State's home conference opener. We'll be back to Paul Snow Stadium after this break.
Who wants to see a millionaire? The Winston 500 roars into Talladega Superspeedway, where one of 5 drivers could win $1 million. Last year's winner, Dale Earnhardt, is right for $75. The price of a weekend Allison grandstand ticket for the Winn-Dixie 300 and the Winston 500. Call 256-362-RACE or purchase online. And that's our final answer.
Hi folks, I'm Matt Miles with Buster Miles Auto Dealerships in downtown Heflin. The new Monte Carlo, the new Silverado. We have a special selection of International Motorsports Hall of Fame vehicles, limited edition, just for this sale. Over 300 new and used vehicles every day, low prices at our dealerships. Buster Miles Chevios and Ford Mercury in downtown Heflin.
Wish you were here? Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail.
Jacksonville State is a great place to live, study, and have fun. We're known as the friendliest campus in the South.
Our goal when we started over a century ago was to provide a quality education at a reasonable cost. We still do that.
For more information, call Jacksonville State University at 782-5268 or 1-800-231-5291.
Now that the last person is aboard, we'll be leaving for the JSU Troy State game. Before we start this bus rolling, can I have your attention, please? We have a very special passenger with us today in seat 25. Rodney is one of this community's great citizens. Last year alone, he sponsored Special Olympics for more than 250 children, made it possible for a senior citizen to get the medication she needed, and helped an alcoholic become sober again.
But all I did was give to the United Way.
Give to the United Way of East Central Alabama.
Wow!
All tied at 10 at halftime in Jacksonville State's home conference opener against Sam Houston State. Butch Barker back with me now, Butch, and we talked there late in the first half about the big momentum shift there. Special teams did it for Sam Houston State. What's going on in both locker rooms right now?
Well, I tell you what, in the Gamecocks locker room, there's a lot of loud talking. They've got to be tremendously disappointed. There is no question which team came in here psychologically more prepared to play, and yet at halftime we're tied. The Bearcats, known for their ability to block punts, they get one here late in the second half, results in a touchdown, then drive down the field and get the field goal to tie it up. It's going to be extremely important that JSU come out here in the second half, reestablish that momentum. If not, it may happen just like last year where the Bearcats came out and outscored the Gamecocks in the second half and ran away with it.
Well, the JSU Marching Southerners performing here at halftime. Let's go down to the field and check in on their performance.
Remember when we were undergraduates at Jacksonville State? We had professors with doctorates teaching the courses. It's the same today. The Alumni Association helps support these high academic standards.
Who wants to see a millionaire? The Winston 500 roars into Talladega Superspeedway, where one of 5 drivers could win $1 million. Last year's winner, Dale Earnhardt, is right for $75. The price of a weekend Allison grandstand ticket for the Winston 300 and the Winston 500. Call 256-362-RACE or purchase online. And that's our final answer.
Hi, folks. I'm Matt Miles with Buster Miles Auto Dealerships in downtown Heflin. The new Monte Carlo, the new Silverado. We have a special selection of International Motorsports Hall of Fame vehicles, limited edition, just for this sale. Over 300 new and used vehicles every day, low prices at our dealerships. Buster Miles Chevy O's and Ford Mercury in downtown Heflin.
And we are back at Paul Snow Stadium, still at halftime. Jacksonville State and Sam Houston State all tied at 10. Here is the Gamecocks and the Bearcats playing a Southland Football League conference game before a packed house here at Paul Snow Stadium. The Gamecocks, of course, 2-1, as we've talked about several times this afternoon. The only team in the Southland Football League to play a conference game so far this year. Jacksonville State defeated Nicholls State 10-3 in the second week of the season. And so this is a big game for Jacksonville State. Of course, Coach Crow definitely wanting to see Jacksonville State go pick up the victory here, being at home at Paul Snow Stadium. Jacksonville State pretty much having the edge in all the statistical categories for most of the first half. And then there, right at the end of the second quarter, Jacksonville State had a letdown in the punt team, and Sam Houston State, who's been so effective this year at blocking punts, blocked a Gamecock kick by Howard, was able to run it back in for a touchdown. And let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half in this football game. There you get a look at Reggie Stansel connecting with Cedric Allen on a big pass play in the first quarter. Matter of fact, this on the first drive for Jacksonville State. And then the big touchdown to Cedric Allen to cap an 85-yard drive for Jacksonville State. Then this is the punt block, and it was picked up and ran in by Keith Davis for Sam Houston State. And then they get the big field goal right before halftime from St. Peter, and that tied the football game at 10-10. Let's take a look at the halftime stats. Passing yardage, virtually even. Rushing yardage, JSU had a slight edge there. Total offense, JSU with 163 yards to Sam Houston State's 117. Penalties were a big factor for Jacksonville State. They were penalized 6 times for 60 yards, and several of those came at crucial times. Sam Houston State 3 penalties for 15 yards. Time of possession virtually even. JSU had a 2-second advantage there, and Jacksonville State had 1 turnover. Sam Houston State did not turn it over in the first half. So as Butch Barker mentioned a moment ago, Coach Crow and his staff got to do a little job of trying to reestablish some momentum for his team. They had that 10-0 lead, then they get the block punt, and then the field goal late there in the second quarter. And Sam Houston State all of a sudden right back in this football game, tied at 10. Jacksonville State, a very tough conference schedule this month, and it all starts with this Sam Houston State team. They need a big second half here today. We'll take a break. The second half kickoff moments away from Paul Snow Stadium.
Ideas Plus can help you with all your embroidery, screen printing, and promotional needs. We offer a wide variety of apparel, computer mouse pads, pins, plus thousands of other items that can have your organization's name on them. Ideas Plus is a huge selection of merchandise for fundraiser projects, advertising, and to show your school spirit. Ideas Plus is locally owned and operated and has been serving the area for 7 years. We are located at 1013 Snow Street in Oxford. So when you're planning your next project, give us a call at Ideas Plus.
Dwayne's Furniture Warehouse is your one-stop bedding store. At Dwayne's, we carry the complete line of therapeutic bedding starting at $99.95 a set. Take Dwayne's bedding test. Do you feel worse when you wake up than when you went to sleep? Does your back ache? Do you toss and turn? If you answered yes to any of these questions, it's time for a new set of therapeutic bedding. Come see us at Dwayne's Furniture Warehouse, where we will save you money on all your bedding needs.
Wrapping up their performance here at halftime. Jacksonville State and Sam Houston State will be kicking off the third quarter here momentarily as the Gamecocks come back onto the field now. Reggie Stansel, pretty good first quarter for Jacksonville State. Was 5 of 9 passing for 72 yards, had 5 carries for 22 yards, and of course had the big touchdown pass to Cedric Allen. And they will need him to continue to perform well here in the second half. John Holder, by the way, is down on the field. Let's check in with him. He's got Jack Crow.
Coach Crow, what were some of the things you told your team at halftime? Had a 10-0 lead. Now you're right back where you started, 10-10. What did you tell your team at halftime?
You can't make mistakes and win. I don't care how well you're playing, because we were playing pretty well in spots. We've certainly given them every opportunity to get back in the ball game when we seemingly had opportunities to create momentum and really get some separation. I think that they know what they've got to do, and I think now it comes down to a confidence standpoint. You know, a young football team building its character has to reach back and grab some confidence here, and we're going to see whether they can do it or not.
Coach, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Jack State Gamecock head coach Jack Crow, second half coming up.
All right, thanks a lot, John. And Coach Crow obviously very disappointed at the turn of events there late in the second quarter.
Yeah, and one thing you mentioned is that this team's character has not been determined yet. We're going to find out a lot about these young Gamecocks today after playing so well but being hurt by the mistakes. The mistakes being, of course, the blocked punt, return for a touchdown, but just as importantly, the opportunities that the Gamecocks missed because of the mistakes they made on penalties. They had a lot of opportunities offensively, kept hurting themselves by making penalties. They backed them up and took away a couple of good pass plays that they were able to execute. So this team now has to come out in the second half, reestablish themselves, and gain some confidence. As Coach Crow said, we'll see if they're able to do that.
Jacksonville State will get the football first after winning the coin toss to start the game, and they deferred until the second half. So they will get it first on offense.
Again, Coach Speak tells you a lot of times that the first 5 minutes of the third quarter are the most important of the ball game. This very well may play out to be true here. JSU with an opportunity to reestablish themselves on offense, cut out those mistakes, possibly take the lead back here in the second half. They really need to get that momentum back on the home side.
St. Peter has it teed up for Sam Houston State, and Herman Bell will stand back at around his 5-yard line.
You can almost see the concern in Coach Crow's posture as he kneels on the sideline, wondering, is this team going to have the character to come back in the second half?
Number 3, Alex St. Peter will kick it off to start the second half. Setting D for Jacksonville State, Herman Bell.
So as John Holder so succinctly put it, we're back where we started, all tied at 10. And this kick mishandled by Darrell Prater, and he's in a lot of trouble. He's going to be hit back at the 1-yard line, driven back in the end zone, but they will spot it out at the 1-yard line, so not a great beginning here for JSU.
Well, already they start with another mistake. Prater backs up to make this catch. He should not have been the one fielding this. Bell should have been fielding the ball coming forward. Instead, Prater backs up and catches it. He drops the ball, tries to run back out, and only gets to the 1-yard line. JSU even backing themselves up further with another mistake to open this second half.
So they start with terrible field position to begin the third quarter. Have to be very careful in this area of the football field. First and 10, they'll keep it on the ground. Rondi Rogers, good hard running out across the 5-yard line, driven back there by Sam Houston State's Tommy Tull, but forward progress out at around the 7-yard line.
Yeah, it gives them a little room to breathe. They were backed up so close to their own goal line. Good hard running, as you mentioned, by Rogers. We take a look at it. Nice job defensively by these guys from Sam Houston State also. So this is really big for them. If they're able to come up with a stop here, you know they're going to take over with excellent field position.
2nd down and 5 after the first down carry by Rondi Rogers. 11 carries on the day for 54 yards. And he gets his 12th carry and dives out to about the 10 for a pickup of 3, which will put the Gamecocks in a 3rd and 2 situation.
Yeah, 3rd down, relatively short, but a very important play again here starting this first drive. Gamecocks need to get it out of here. One thing's the clock. They want to keep that running. Secondly, they've got to get it out of here so when they punt, if they're able to get the punt off, it'll back up the Bearcats and they won't start in Gamecocks on the side of the 50-yard line.
Big possession play, 3rd and 2. Rogers again, and he's hit right at about the 12, and I think they hit him just short of the first down. Once again, it was Tommy Toll, the inside linebacker, making the hit.
Oh, it's going to be real close. Ball spotted exactly at the 12-yard line. The chains, I'm afraid, are going to be just outside of the 12.
The official looking over toward the chains, and they're going to stop play for a moment, so it appears as though we're going to have a measurement.
This is going to be extremely close. Whether he makes it or doesn't make it, it's going to be by just a length or two on the chain.
So this is a big measurement here. And they got the first down. So they maintain possession of the football and avoid punting from their own goal line.
I tell you what, I don't think it matters where they punt from. It's a dangerous proposition against these guys from Sam Houston State, but certainly you don't want to punt from this deep in your own territory.
So Rondi Rogers, 3 straight carries, and he got exactly 10 yards. 1st and 10. A little breathing room now for the Gamecock offense. And we've got a whistle. A lot of movement by the defense. I'm not sure, though, if they were drawn off or not.
Well, the key is, did they make contact? If they did, and the whistle's been blown dead, if they did, it'll go against them. If not, it could be against the Gamecocks.
The defense coming across
and offsides against
across the line of
Sam
scrimmage.
Houston State.
5-yard penalty.
So that'll move the football out to the 17-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 5.
10th penalty of the game this time against the Bearcats helps the Gamecocks out. They were able to keep their composure after having the ball on the 1-yard line, drive it out now, 1st down and 5.
JSU quickly back up at the line of scrimmage. Here is James, mishandled it, but he breaks it open. James will be chased down from behind by Sam Houston State, Courtney Boston, but boy, the big fullback busted it out of there in a hurry, and JSU's in business at the Bearcat 24-yard line.
And how close that was to be a devastating play. He was fumbling the ball as he comes through the line of scrimmage. We take a look at the ball being bobbled, but he's able to regain control, and then it's wide open in front of him. He ends up being caught from behind, but this big fullback put the Gamecocks in great position to put the points on the board to open the second half, and do they ever need it.
So Carlo James, his longest run from scrimmage of the season, 1st and 10. And this is Rogers, cuts it back up, and 2 or 3 yards maybe is big number 92 Reginald Riddick on another tackle for the Bearcats.
Gamecocks with another opportunity down here in great field position after the big run by James. Now they've got to take advantage, capitalize on this. They really need a touchdown, not another field goal. Anything, though, would help get that momentum back on the Gamecock sideline.
It'll be 2nd down and 7 as JSU has moved it out from their own 1-yard line. This is James again, and now James making a statement here early in the 3rd quarter as he rumbles for 1st down yardage down to the 10-yard line. Actually, that's Rod Brown on that carry.
Yeah, and a nice job that time over the left guard by Brown. Picks up the 1st down, keeps this drive alive. JSU will be right at the 10. Not even sure if it'll be first and goal. I think it is, as they're like 2 inches inside the 10-yard line, so they've got to pick up the full 10 yards in order to get this thing into the end zone.
Yeah, I'm sure as a coach you'd like to be able to get a first down a little closer to the goal line.
Yeah, you love it when it's like 6 yards, goal to go. This time they've got to go the full 10.
So first and goal. Fake pitch, Stancil on a bootleg. He's got one man to beat, and he's down around the 1-yard line. He went one-on-one with Courtney Boston, and he got close to the goal line.
Great fake that time by Reggie Stancil. Great fake by the backfield, and a great call by the coaching staff of the Gamecocks. Reggie Stancil gets it down very close. Second down, goal to go from just outside the 1-yard line.
So what a big drive this would be if JSU can punch it in. Here's Rogers, and he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown.
Man, I tell you, this is just what the doctor ordered for the Gamecocks. Momentum swung completely to the other side. Come out of the half, reestablish that momentum on the home side. Get this crowd back in the ball game. 7-0 here in the second half gives the Gamecocks, 6-0, pending the extra point. Gives the Gamecocks not only the lead, but so much momentum as their defense will take the field after they kick this thing off.
What a drive by Jacksonville State.
Big play, of course, the long run by Carlo James.
Snap is high, but good hold that time by John Howard, and the kick is good by Hopkins. So Jacksonville State extends their lead to 17-10. 10:59 to play in our third quarter from Paul Snow Stadium. Back in just a moment.
Hi folks, I'm Matt Miles with Buster Miles Auto Dealerships in downtown Heflin. The new Monte Carlo, the new Silverado. We have a special selection of International Motorsports Hall of Fame vehicles, limited edition, just for this sale. Over 300 new and used vehicles every day, low prices at our dealerships. Buster Miles Chevy O's and Ford Mercury in downtown Heflin.
Who wants to see a millionaire? The Winston 500 roars into Talladega Superspeedway, where one of 5 drivers could win $1 million. Last year's winner, Dale Earnhardt, is right for $75. The price of a weekend Allison grandstand ticket for the Winn-Dixie 300 and the Winston 500. Call 256-362-RACE or purchase online. And that's our final answer.
All right, we're back at Paul Snow Stadium. John Holder, our sideline reporter, has a special guest.
Standing by with the legendary Jacksonville State baseball coach, Rudy Abbott. Coach Abbott, the baseball field named in your honor today. Another big part of the day was all of these former players and coaches back. Talk about your thoughts for today.
Well, that's the highlight of the day, is having our ball players back, and I appreciate the university naming a ball field for me. You know, it means a lot to my family, but you know, coaches don't win too many ball games. Ball players win ball games, and you know, our guys won 30 games for 31 years, and I'm really proud of them.
What's it mean to have all these guys back on from so many years of great Jack State baseball teams back here to honor you today?
Well, it means everything. Some of the guys we haven't seen for, 15 or 20 years, and, guys get off and they move to Texas and California, and it's just hard to get back. So, it's like having a family reunion. So it was great.
Well, Coach, you're going to have to stay down here on the sidelines because as soon as you stepped on the field, the Gamecock scored a touchdown.
Yeah, I had to stay a while.
Gamecock head baseball coach, Rudy Field, now named in his honor.
All right, thanks, John. 1st and 10, Sam Houston State from their own 20-yard line after a great kickoff by Hopkins. Trouble for Bradley, and he'll just have to throw this one away as the coverage was good in the secondary.
Yeah, Bradley that time forced to run out of the pocket as the Gamecocks sent Thurman off the corner. applied the pressure, forced him to throw it out of bounds. And Coach Rudy Abbott on the sideline, I had the opportunity to play baseball for him, and there's just not enough accolades to describe the things he's meant to this university and to us as players that had the opportunity to play for him. A great man.
Well, Albert Bradley, who played some of the first half, was 6 of 12 for 36 yards, but then Brian Null played a good bit of the second quarter, but Bradley starts it here in the third quarter. Dabney is wrapped up by Cornell Buford behind the line of scrimmage, so Jacksonville State stealing back the momentum here in this defense with 2 good plays on these first 2 snaps, and it'll be 3rd and 11.
The ball game a long way from being over, but the Gamecocks came out and really just did exactly what they needed to do, driving that ball down the field for the touchdown. Defense now stepped on 2 plays, loss of 1.5 yards for Sam Houston State. Big 3rd down play now.
3 receivers in this formation. Bradley back to throw the football. Pass over the middle and just not quite on the mark today. He had big tight end open over the middle. That was Jed Hinkey, but he missed him, and it'll be 4th down.
Tell you what, you're exactly right. Bradley completing over 60% of his passes. That time had Hinkey over the middle, and that's a big target standing there in the middle of the field, and he was virtually wide open. Ball thrown well behind him. Punt situation for the Bearcats.
So it is Bassetti checking back in to punt the football from his 10-yard line, so JSU with a chance for some good field position. Delvin Hughley with a chance to return this one. Breaks the initial tackler, and Hughley gets about a 6 or 7 yard return up to the 46, maybe the 47-yard line, so JSU will have much better field position than they had on their first possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, they really need to go down and score again. Again, they had a lot of opportunities in the first half, really didn't capitalize on those. Again, penalties primarily the problem. Now they have excellent field position starting at the 47-yard line. They need to put some more points on the board here.
So 1st and 10 for Jacksonville State out near midfield. Stansel pitches to Rogers, back to Bell, back to Stansel. A little trickery. Got a man open down the sideline. Stansel could not turn it loose, so he'll run it. Stansel's got a lot of room. And he will just slide down at the 33-yard line. Boy, that was definitely one they pulled out of the bag there. Executed well, and Butch, you had Rogers streaking down the far sideline.
Well, that was the intended receiver, but there was actually a safety down there that was waiting for that thing to be thrown. Good job by Reggie Stansel not throwing, and that's your one receiver double reverse pass here. Stansel sees that he's not open, an excellent runner. You know, the Gamecocks by choice don't run him as much as they might for the fear of losing him to injury, but a big gain there on 1st down.
Stansel now 7 rushes for 50 yards. He pitches to Rondi Rogers. Rogers cut down on a good defensive play by Ryan Cleaver. Play gain only 3 yards.
Yeah, and that really was a good play that time. Davis coming up to make the tackle also. But it looked as though there was some yardage there, and it ended up Davis had to cut it out to the outside, and then Davis for the Bearcats comes up and makes the tackle. As you take a look at it again, it appeared that there was going to be some yardage, but he's tripped up, only picks up short yardage on the carry.
So 2nd down and 7 for Jacksonville State. Once again, they're in Bearcat territory at the 31-yard line. Delayed handoff to Rogers, and not much room. He ducks inside the 30 to the 28, brought down from behind by DeJuan Davis, and this will set up a possession play for the Gamecocks. 3rd down and about 4 yards.
Yeah, Jaquel Young, defensive end that time, outside linebacker, whichever one you want to term it, came in and really shut down that little trap play. Gamecocks pulling the left side guard that time to make the kick-out block. Jaquel steps in there and shut it down, forced Rogers to run it further inside than he was supposed to, or than that play's designed to go.
So 3rd down. JSU very efficient converting on 3rd down in the first half. Stansel on the option, pitches to Rogers, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage as Sam Houston State just had too many men on the corner, including DeJuan Davis and Keith Davis.
I tell you what, these guys have defended the option as well as I've ever seen it defended. 3 times the Gamecocks have run it, and I guarantee you the total yardage has been negative and it is on this play also.
Jacksonville State on 4th and about 6, gonna call a timeout here to decide what they want to do. We will take a break and see if they kick or go for it. Jacksonville State leading by 7.
Wish you were here? Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail.
Jacksonville State is a great place to live, study, and have fun.
We're known as the friendliest campus in the South.
Our goal when we started over a century ago was to provide a quality education at a reasonable cost. We still do that.
For more information, call Jacksonville State University at 782-5268 or 1-800-231-5291.
TV 24, the Jacksonville State University Fighting Gamecocks and the Alabama State Troopers want to remind you to always wear your seatbelt. And please, never drive after you've been drinking.
We care about our fans and want you to be at all the games.
The life you save might be your own.
So remember, always buckle up, don't drink and drive, and go Gamecocks!
Guys, there's been a brisk north wind blowing the entire game out of the north, about 15 to 20 miles per hour. It's played some havoc with the kicking game, but as far as the field conditions go, it really helped to dry the field out. Still some wet spots, particularly in the end zones, but the field itself at the top of the grass has been pretty dry, and I think we can thank the wind for that. So some positives from this win today here at Paul Snow Stadium.
So on 4th and 6 from Sam Houston State's 30, Jacksonville State will punt. And this one will sail out of bounds, and it's going to be somewhere inside the 10-yard line, so they'll mark it at the 5. So Butch, 4th and 6 from the 30. If they'd have tried a field goal, it would have been around a 47, 48-yarder, so they elect to punt the football.
And I'm going to tell you what, during the timeout, Coach Crow came over and talked with his kicker, Brad Hopkins. Apparently, Brad was honest with him, which he, that's all you ask for as a coach. Be honest with me about this. And he didn't feel real confident about his ability to kick that long field goal into the wind. Coach Crow decided to punt it, worked out exceptionally well. That time the Bearcats did not go for the block, anticipating the potential there for the fake on that punt play.
So it does work for Jacksonville State to their advantage. It'll be 1st and 10, Sam Houston State from the 5-yard line. Hand off to Dabney, and Jacksonville State defended the play well. C.J. Boyd the first to hit him at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, it works. The punt play works to JSU's advantage if they're able to come up with the stop here, because that means they're going to get the ball back in good field position. Right now on 1st down, held them to only 2. A good start defensively to this drive.
Dusty Darnell, get a good look at Darnell, one of the defensive tackles for Jacksonville State in the game now. This is Dabney. He breaks it out on 2nd and long, gets the first down, taken out of bounds across the JSU 15-yard line.
Good job of blocking at the point of attack that time on the outside for the Bearcats. Dabney able to sprint out there, turn that corner quickly, pick up enough for the first down.
Dabney been relatively quiet in this game so far. At the half, he only had 4 carries for 15 yards, and they definitely need to get that young man more involved. Bradley sends 2 receivers to the left. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. Fakes, rolls to his left, and the pass is incomplete. Cooper was his intended target out at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, good pressure on the inside that time applied by C.J. Boyd and Jimmy Johnson as they made Bradley throw that thing falling backward. He actually had a receiver open in the flat. Would not have been a big gain. As you take a look, though, the pressure this time results in the incompletion. Yeah, he threw the ball falling back, even though you didn't see the Gamecock defenders on the rush. He threw that ball falling backwards because of that pressure.
So it's 2nd and 10. JSU comes with the blitz. Pass downfield complete, near a first down. Jermaine Henderson made the reception, taken out of bounds at around the JSU 27, 28-yard line.
Blandenberg that time from his corner spot, giving a little bit too much cushion. You send in the linebackers, you've got to anticipate that Bradley's going to have to throw this ball quickly. He did, but Blandenberg gave the cushion, resulted in the pretty good pickup. It looks like he's going to be 3rd down and short.
Bradley 7 of 16 for 46 yards. 3rd and 1. Quick hitter to the fullback, and I believe they've got the first down. They didn't need much, and it appears from the official spot they're going to have it.
That's 2 consecutive first downs by the Bearcats. A long way to go again in this ball game, but that's a good start for them on this drive. The defense really needs to step it up here for the Gamecocks so they'll get the ball back in good field position.
So Rusty Claxton, the big fullback, came in, got the job done, and now checks back out of the game. 1st and 10, Sam Houston State starting this drive from their 5. Now they're out at the 28-yard line.
Got a check at the line of scrimmage.
Bradley running the option, pitches to Dabney, and a gain of near 10 yards up to the 38-yard line.
And that's a great job by Bradley. He came up and by formation as far as what the defense had lined up in. He checked to the option to the weak side, picks up good yardage, knowing that he had them outnumbered at the point of attack, makes the pitch to Dabney. And as you can see, he's got some room to run, results in the first down.
Jermaine Henderson gave him a good block out on the corner against Blandenberg that enabled Dabney to pick up the needed yardage for the first down. So that's 3 straight first downs on this drive for the Bearcats. Bradley from the shotgun now. Once again, a lot of time. Good coverage, so he will run the football. Buford comes up to take him off his feet at the 41-yard line.
JSU only rushed 4 that time. Bradley with all kind of time as he set back in the pocket, but you've got to give that secondary a lot of credit that time. The coverage was exceptional downfield. Bradley could not find an open receiver, and again, man, did he ever have a lot of time. He's a very evasive runner, picks up positive yardage. JSU defensively, though, will take those 2.5-yard gains.
2nd down and 7. Football just out across the 40-yard line.
Another check. Bradley's checking at the line of scrimmage.
Marquis Coleman looked as though he may come on a blitz, and now Bradley will burn a timeout. So Jacksonville State with some shifting, confusing Bradley, and Sam Houston State stops the clock with 5:08 now to play in the 3rd quarter. The Gamecocks still holding on to a 17-10 lead.
Monday, August 16th, 4 classic hits DJs go missing. And never mind, we found them. Z93.1, more classic hits, more ways to win. Join Wild Bill in the morning with the Zoo Crew, Randy McNally and Suzanne Witt. Then spend the afternoon with Steve the Caseman Casey. It's the all-new classic hits, Z93.1.
I was so young then and so proud to be at Jacksonville State. The gem of the hills, the friendliest campus in the South. Today, JSU does so much with scholarships and excellence in teaching. I'm not so young anymore, but I'm still proud to be a member of the Alumni Association.
Jacksonville State leading Sam Houston State in the Southland Football League matchup 17-10. Reggie Stansel on the sideline waiting his turn. Sam Houston State, though, with the football, 2nd and 7. Pass is complete over the middle to Jonathan Cooper. Coleman drags him down from behind, but he does get into JSU territory at the 44-yard line. By the way, Jacksonville State outgaining Sam Houston in rushing to this point, 208 yards to 71. Of course, Sam Houston State, Butch, was kind of forced to start throwing the football real early after JSU jumped out to a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, and they didn't have much success in the first half. Much more success here in the second half as Bradley seems to have settled down. Damon Cobb leaving the field a little gingerly, but I think we'll see him back, just shaking up a little bit on that play, I believe.
Cooper now, who made that previous catch, 5 receptions for 51 yards. He came into the game the second leading receiver on the team with 15 catches coming into this game behind Matt Dominguez, who hasn't been much of a factor here today. 1st and 10. Bradley looks his way, and now Dominguez has the catch, and 3 Gamecock defenders get there and knock the football loose. Did they recover it? The officials are talking it over near the sideline. And it's Jacksonville State football. 3 JSU defenders converged on Dominguez. They stripped the football loose. Big play by the defense.
Well, I'm going to tell you, this is just unbelievable. As Delvin Hughley comes up to make the tackle, he's able to grab the football and take it away from Dominguez. The officials had to confer, but they say it's JSU football. What a huge play. The Bearcats were driving down the field, controlling this possession. Take a look. You'll see it's a nice, very well executed play. But as Dominguez turns it up, there's Delvin Hughley, and watch him just rip it out of his hands right there. He's able to come out and get that ball and hold on to it for the Gamecocks.
McCullough's made the recovery, so JSU takes back over 1st and 10 at their 43. This is Roger Bell. Had an opening, but kind of lost his footing and dived out near midfield for a pickup of 7 yards.
Man, he had a lot of room to run. That time lost his footing, as you said, and just dove for as much as he could get. He would have easily picked up 1st down yardage.
They give him 6, so it will be 2nd down and 4. That's the first turnover of the day for the Bearcats of Sam Houston State.
Again, the Gamecocks need to capitalize here.
As you said, Butch, it put a stop to a very efficient drive. Bell wrapped up by Kelvin Randall, the sophomore defensive end, and that drive by the Bearcats started from their 5-yard line. They moved it all the way into JSU territory.
Yeah, and it was one of those kind of methodical drives where it looked like they had a lot of things going for them. Big defensive play by Delvin Hughley on the outside. Now the offense really in a must-capitalize situation. This thing only a 7-point differential here. This offense needs to widen that gap.
So 3rd and 4 for Jacksonville State from right at midfield. Stancil to put it in the air. A lot of pressure. He will run it himself, and look at him fight for 1st down yardage.
Boy, that's just individual effort, individual athletic ability. Stancil under pressure from the very beginning here, able to elude some tacklers, and then just by sheer strength run through that arm tackle at the end to pick up 1st down yardage. Big play for the JSU offense.
This young man, Butch, the Southland Football League Freshman of the Year last year.
I tell you what, he has really improved during this season too. He actually had a pretty slow start under this new offense that they're running, but really picked it up these last 2 games.
1st and 10 at the Sam Houston State 44-yard line. Here's the pitch to Rondy Rogers, and he is met by Keith Davis coming up from the secondary. Davis has made several big plays on the corner just like that this afternoon.
Yeah, Davis, exceptional tackler, as you saw there, comes up and makes a stop on Rogers and dropped him dead in his tracks there. Have to compliment his teammates, though. They came out and took out the lead blockers that time and allowed him to get in position to make that tackle.
And Reggie Stancil, you can't underestimate what it must be like for this young kid, just a sophomore, in his 2nd system now in just his 2nd season at JSU. 2nd and 11. Stancil will throw it deep downfield. Allen is the nearest man to it, but he was defended by Courtney Boston, who was step for step with him down at the 10-yard line.
A good protection that time up front for the Gamecocks. I tell you, I wish Reggie had a chance to throw that one again. Lay it up like he did on the play, but lay it up to the outside. Cedric Allen, such a large receiver out there. has a significant height advantage against the defensive back, and he had one-on-one coverage. Ball thrown well to the inside there. No chance for Allen to make that catch.
Stansel now 5 of 10 for 72 yards, no interceptions.
Another big third down play. I tell you, with just a 7-point difference, every third down play is big.
They need 12 yards. Stansel from the shotgun. Gets his pass away and through the hands of number 45, Danny Tillery, the freshman. And it'll be 4th down.
Boy, as an ex-tight end, you have got to catch the ball with your hands. Ball thrown with that much velocity, you cannot trap it up against your body, especially if it's coming at an angle. In other words, it's not right at your chest. Tillery tried to catch the ball by trapping up his body. That's just not the technique you use there. Results in a punting situation.
So Howard back in to punt the football, and the rush is good, but he gets the kick away. Dabney will call for a fair catch, and he makes it at around the 11-yard line. So Sam Houston State will take back over 1st and 10. We're already under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, JSU already with 2 scoring opportunities since they took the lead 17-10. Not able to put any more points on the board. The Bearcats from Sam Houston State, very impressive as they moved out to midfield on their last possession. The turnover, of course, stopped that drive. We'll see what they do here as they take over, as you said, with under 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
But once again, they'll have poor field position. It didn't hurt them on their last drive, starting from the 5. Now they start from just outside their own 10. Bradley leaves it with the tailback. Of course, that's Dabney, and not much running room at all.
Well, nicely defended again by the Gamecocks on the first down play. You know, we're sitting here on pins and needles. The Gamecocks only one big play for the Bearcats away from tying this thing up, or one bad play on the offensive side for making a mistake that gives the Bearcats the opportunity to tie it up. This time, though, very well defended by the Gamecocks as they come up and stop him for virtually no gain.
Duriel Hardrick making the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Bradley now back in the shotgun.
Another check off by Bradley.
Dabney on the handoff. Cut down behind the line of scrimmage. Fell forward close to the 15-yard line. That'll set up 3rd down and about 7 yards to go.
Yeah, that's some of the things the Gamecocks were hoping to do coming into this ball game. Get Bradley to check into things and then try to determine what it was he was checking into and try to defend against that. So that's a double-edged sword, though. If you guess wrong, man, there could be some people standing wide open. That time the Gamecocks guessed right, resulting again in a very short game.
Sam Houston State only 3 of 10 on 3rd down conversions, and they've got 3rd and 7 here. Bradley back to throw the football. Passes away. Hughley defending against Jermaine Henderson, and it's incomplete.
Now, I tell you, that was an excellent 3 and out. The Gamecocks defense threw up there. Offense should have great field position again. I cannot emphasize strongly enough, though, that they are going to have to take advantage of all of these great opportunities they've had here in the third quarter, or else this thing is going to go right to the end. This Bearcat team, very explosive.
Jacksonville State looking to get good field position once again. Bassetti's kick is high. Hughley fields it from the 46. And a good return by Delvin Hughley across the 50 down to the Sam Houston State 42, and a flag comes in way after the play. 2 penalty flags. And also Delvin Hughley slow to get up, and that is not a good sign for Jacksonville State.
Oh, that is not a good sign at all, because the reason Matt Dominguez has not been catching many passes is because Delvin Hughley has been going to his side every time. Delvin Hughley just a tremendous cover guy, and he's still down on the field. This would be a tremendous blow to the Gamecock defense if he's unable to finish this game.
Rick Lumia, the referee.
See what the penalties are.
After the play, personal foul, kicking team. Personal foul, receiving team. Penalties offset, Jacksonville ball, 1st down.
You know, I don't know who committed the first personal foul, but the one that retaliated it's not very smart. Your team's about to get 15-yard advantage on the play. Let's see if we can see where Delvin is injured. And good news for the game, because it looks like it's his left ankle, but good news, he's up and jogging off the field.
Get another angle at this, Butch, and see it took a shot there around the left hip, and then a big guy falling on his head there. I'm sure that doesn't feel good.
Yeah, and you know, he's not limping at all, so it very well may have been that big guy coming in at the end that resulted in him remaining on the field for an extended period of time.
But as you said, able to get up and come off the field under his own power, so JSU fans can breathe a sigh of relief there. Jacksonville State will have great field position. 1st and 10 at the Sam Houston State 42. Only 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Stancil keeping it himself and is inside the 40 to about the 38 for a gain of 3 or maybe 4 yards, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. So Jacksonville State coming out and reestablishing themselves after going in tied at halftime 10-10. They head into the final 15 minutes of the football game with a 17-10 lead. We'll return to Paul Snow Stadium in just a moment.
Ideas Plus can help you with all your embroidery, screen printing, and promotional needs. We offer a wide variety of apparel, computer mouse pads, pins, plus thousands of other items that can have your organization's name on them. Ideas Plus is a huge selection of merchandise for fundraiser projects, advertising, and to show your school spirit. Ideas Plus is locally owned and operated and has been serving the area for 7 years. We are located at 1013 Snow Street in Oxford. So when you're planning your next project, give us a call at Ideas Plus.
Hi folks, I'm Matt Miles with Buster Miles Auto Dealerships in downtown Heflin. The new Monte Carlo, the new Silverado. We have a special selection of International Motorsports Hall of Fame vehicles, limited edition, just for this sale. Over 300 new and used vehicles every day, low prices at our dealerships. Buster Miles Chevy O's and Ford Mercury in downtown Heflin.
Who wants to see a millionaire? The Winston 500 roars into Talladega Superspeedway, where one of 5 drivers could win $1 million. Last year's winner, Dale Earnhardt, is right for $75. The price of a weekend Allison grandstand ticket for the Winn-Dixie 300 and the Winston 500. Call 256-362-RACE or purchase online. And that's our final answer.
Jack State fans, when you come to Jack State football games, you'll see on the sidelines this young lady, a cheerleader, Angela Gaither. But you're also going to see this young lady, her sister, identical twin sister, Andrea Gaither. And to top it off, guys, there's also a triplet in this mix. She's not a cheerleader, but she is here in attendance. And they are from Lineville High School, Lineville, Alabama. They look alike. Let's see if they sound alike.
Go, Gamecocks!
All right. Thanks a lot, John. John Holder got every angle covered down on the field. Rondi Rogers, a big gain on that second down and long. The football came loose there at the end, but it appeared as though he was already down when it came loose.
Yeah, we got a replay here. Take a look. Rodney Rogers playing fullback position this time. Burst through, and you can see that ball does not come out to his down, so it's a good call by the officials. But Coach Crow, I'm sure, is going to emphasize to Rodney Rogers, I don't care if you're on the ground or not, hold on to the football.
And the officials took several seconds to make that decision, so everybody, JSU and the stadium, kind of held their breath there. Here's Roger Bell cut down at the 20-yard line on a big hit by Sam Houston State's Lee Leidinger. And Roger Bell's an interesting story, Butch. He was expected to be the starting tailback for Jacksonville State, then had that hyperextended knee late in fall practice. And Rondi Rogers basically has just made a statement at tailback. He's, matter of fact, having a great day today, 20 rushes for 81 yards. Once again, JSU's leading rusher, so Roger Bell trying to work his way back into the rotation.
Yeah, and Bell, we could tell again in the Sanford game, was not 100%. He appears to be closer to 100% today, but he's having trouble keeping his footing. That's twice that he slipped as he went to make a break.
2nd down and 6. Fake to Bell. Stansel going for Allen in the end zone. He had him open, but threw it just high.
Reggie rushed his throw there. He came off a good fake, turned, saw Cedric Allen break open and just tried to get it there too quickly. Didn't get his shoulders turned all the way, resulted in a high throw and the incompletion. Just a little bit more time there, Reggie, and you complete that one for the TD. By the way, JSU thus far in this ball game averaging 6 yards per play. They're going to need a little better than that to pick up this first down.
So 3rd down and about 7 yards to go. Jacksonville State at the Sam Houston State 20-yard line. Stansel to throw. Pass is intercepted at the 16-yard line. That is Lee Leidinger with the big pick. Herman Bell was the intended receiver, so JSU with a turnover won't even have a chance to kick a field goal.
Well, that's 2 throws in a row that Reggie really rushed. He was not in any position to throw that football, didn't have his shoulders turned at all. To be honest with you, it was very well defended, but take a look. The shoulders aren't turned at all. Tried to force it in. There was no way it was going to be completed. Outstanding interception. I don't know how he held on to that football, but he did. Takes JSU out of the field goal opportunity. Another opportunity missed by the Gamecocks. I sure hope it doesn't come back to haunt them later in this game.
So now Sam Houston State trailing by 7. They got the football back. Bradley, an option out of the shotgun. And Bradley steps out of bounds up around the 23, 24-yard line for a pickup of close to 8 yards.
Yeah, Bradley, an exceptional runner. Again, when I mentioned several times, they don't like to run him basically for the same reason that JSU doesn't run Stanford.
Let's go back down to the field and check in with John Holder.
Jack State defensive back and punt return to Delvin Hughley took a lick on that last play, and he came to the sidelines. Coach Skidmore says they're not going to use him here for the rest of the ball game unless absolutely necessary. He's not in the game as of right now. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Great report on Hughley, so he may be done for the afternoon. Bradley once again running himself, and he's got some open field in front of him. McCullough comes over and knocks him out of bounds at the JSU 48-yard line, but 2 quick running plays by Albert Bradley. And Sam Houston State has moved the football all the way into JSU territory.
Again, the offense for Jacksonville State has had 3 opportunities since they took the lead, have not capitalized on any of them. The defense has been able to step in and make the stops. This time, momentum swing again, back over to the Bearcats. Defense is going to have all the pressure on their shoulders, see if they can make another huge stand.
1st and 10 at the JSU 48. 3 receivers split to the left. Bradley going to throw it on 1st down. Screen pass to Dabney. Football's on the ground. JSU's got it. The official, though, is going to rule it an incomplete pass.
And it's the correct call. A lot of times on those types of plays, the quarterback will throw the ball laterally or actually behind him, which is a lateral. This time that was not the case. Bradley did throw the ball forward. The correct call is incompletion. They'll have the ball 2nd down and 10.
Pass behind him too, Butch, and wouldn't have had anywhere to run had he caught it anyway.
No, actually, JSU would have probably, rather he had come up with a catch there, they might have lost some yardage on the play. But again, 2nd down, 10. Really watch Dominguez. Again, Hughley not there to cover him.
4 receivers in the formation, but they run the draw play to Dabney, and he picks up 7 yards to the 41-yard line. That'll set up another 3rd down for the Bearcats. They need about 3 yards, maybe 4.
Well executed play by the Bearcats. Results in good gain, and I'm not sure but what, even though they're only at the 40-yard line or just outside that the Bearcats might not be in 4-down territory.
So 3rd and 4 from the JSU just inside the 42. The Bearcats 3 of 11 on 3rd down so far in the game. Pass over the middle, make it 4 of 12. as making the reception is Jonathan Cooper, and he's down to the JSU 28-yard line. They move the chains again.
I'll tell you what, this offense, I told you, they're very, very potent offense, very explosive offense. These guys are averaging, 300-plus yards per game, and they just haven't, really shown that today until this drive. The defense really going to have to step it up here.
Coach Crow urging on that defense. They need a big stop. Bradley from the shotgun. Dale Gaines missed him behind the line of scrimmage. Bradley still on his feet, finally tripped up by Natasha James, just short of the 25-yard line. Play gain just a couple of yards.
Yeah, and it's a good job defensively to hold him to just that short gain. Gaines, on the other hand, right there had the opportunity to drop Bradley for the loss. Mentioned they don't like for Bradley to run the football, but in this situation you don't have much choice. You've got to take advantage of what you do very well. Bradley runs and throws the ball very well.
Ben Bradley running the football on this drive, been very effective. 2nd and 8. Back to throw it. Pass is dropped. It was right in the hands of Jonathan Cooper. Would have been near a first down at the 17-yard line.
Well, Cooper trying to run before he caught it that time. Well executed play. Bradley throws it right on the money. They have run this play several times today and had success. This time, again, Bradley puts it right on the money. Cooper not able to hang on.
So 3rd and 7. Football just inside the JSU 25-yard line. Bradley to throw it. Pass is caught. This is Henderson, and he's in the end zone for the touchdown.
Martin goes for the interception, goes to try to knock it away. He misses, leaves wide open down the sideline. Bradley throws the ball right on the money. Touchdown Bearcats. We're an extra point away from this game being tied again in a situation where the offense for the Gamecocks has had all kind of opportunities. Again, you go for that knockdown, you go for the interception. You've got to come up with it in that situation. He did not have first down yardage if you just come up and make the tackle. That wasn't the case. Touchdown, Sam Houston State.
And the extra point attempt by St. Peter is perfect. So once again, we are tied. 17-17, 11:36 to play in the game. Back to Paul Snow Stadium after this timeout. Another touchdown for the Gamecocks here in the fourth quarter at Paul Snow Stadium. JSU fans, can I have your attention, please? We have a very special guest with us today in Section 38, Row 18, Seat 7. Jack is one of this community's great citizens. Last year alone, he supplied meals to feed 25 senior citizens, assisted 7 Goshen tornado victims, and sheltered a family victimized by fire.
But all I did was give to United Way.
Give to the United Way of East Central Alabama.
Wow.
Monday, August 16th, 4 classic hits DJs go missing. And never mind, we found them. Z93.1, more classic hits, more ways to win. Join Wild Bill in the morning with the Zoo Crew, Randy McDonald and Suzanne Witt. Then spend the afternoon with Steve, the Caseman Casey. It's the all-new classic hits, Z93.1.
Jacksonville State wide receiver Cedric Allen on the sidelines getting a look-see from the trainer. Injured his shoulder, but good news for Jack State. The trainers on the sidelines say he'll be back in, ready to go 100%. They'll need him on the offense for Jack State here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, we are all tied 17-17, 11:36 to play in the game. A very short kick by St. Peter, and this will be fielded by an up man for Jacksonville State. And a great return for Nico Willis. Willis is all the way out near midfield, taken down by DeJuan Davis at the 49-yard line. So that's exactly the way the coaching staff for JSU would like to see them respond after giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, that is a big play that time by Willis. And I tell you what, the Gamecocks, again, need to take advantage of this opportunity. Again, Willis running laterally, but then he turns it up and watches Snipes break right there. Boy, that's a great move to pick up another 15 yards.
So 1st and 10 for Jacksonville State at their own 49-yard line, and Willis fired up knowing that was a big return for his football team. Now here is Rogers in at fullback this time, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Again, that time Sam Houston State took a little bit of a risk in that they really stacked up against the run on the outside. The Gamecocks did not check out of it, resulting in no gain on the play.
Reggie Stansel getting the play from the sideline on 2nd and 10. By the way, that previous scoring drive for Sam Houston State covered 84 yards in 8 plays. Took them just a little over 2 minutes to get the touchdown. And Bradley, the quarterback now, with 167 yards of total offense. He's really picked it up here in the second half, and JSU going to have to pick it up on this drive if they want to keep the football. Roger Bell stopped after a gain of only 2. This is going to set up 3rd and long. Yeah, again, momentum, such a big thing right now. Sam Houston State jumping around after every play following that high-scoring touchdown that they made on the nice drive that you just mentioned. So 3rd and 8 yards to go for Jacksonville State. Don't want to waste this excellent field position given to them by Nico Willis on the kickoff return. Stansel will put it in the air. He's got Herman Bell open, and he threw it short. Bell was open at about the 32-yard line, and Stansel was way off the mark, and it'll be 4th down. Man, I tell you what, great protection by the offensive line. Is a deep out route. Bell was wide open on the play. Stansel threw the thing 6 or 7 yards short. That's actually 3 passes in a row that Reggie has not thrown well at all. So now the punt unit will come on and try to protect for John Howard and try to pin Sam Houston State back deep. But this Bearcat offense got some momentum. They've been very effective here with long drives in the second half. Here comes the rush. It's a fake, and the pass is incomplete. Duriel Hardrick was open. Howard led him a bit too far, and so JSU fails on the fake punt, and Sam Houston State will take over at around midfield. Boy, I tell you, it's a gutsy call that I admire them for making the call, and Hardrick was open. Hardrick stops running his route. Of course, this is not something you work on extensively. Hardrick stopped. He was led on the play by Howard, and when Hardrick stopped, there's no completion takes place. And Coach Crow over there talking to Hardrick on the sideline, giving him a pat on the back. 1st down. Oh, Delvin Hughley made a great break on that pass. He was covering Dominguez, and boy, had he come up with that one, it would have been 6. Yeah, and that was just an outstanding read. Again, you can see why the young man is preseason all-conference. He sits back, breaks on the pass, and almost comes up with the interception, which would have resulted in a touchdown. Take a look again. Ball thrown, just to the outside, and that would have resulted in a 1st down yardage. And a lot more. Yeah, very gutsy call by Coach Crow and his staff. Now this defense has really got to step up and make the stop. 2nd down. Bradley back to throw. Big pressure right up the middle and has to throw it away. Big number 94, Tommy Rice, came through untouched, and Bradley did not have a chance. Yeah, and that is one of the very few times that Gamecocks have been able to apply pressure. That time, as you said, Tommy Rice applying the pressure results in the incompletion. And a good play by Rice, putting the pressure on Bradley. And that forces 3rd down and 10. Yeah, Scott Smith was in excellent position to intercept that screen pass. Good job by Bradley just throwing it away. JSU fans making some noise here on 3rd and 10. Bradley from the shotgun. Lots of time this time. Dumps it off, and Dabney's got big yardage. 1st down and more. And he's going to break it, and he's down close to the goal line. Johnson got him from behind, and Sam Houston State will be first and goal.
Oh, my goodness, what a well-executed play by the Sam Houston offense, and it simply came down to a situation where Bradley had too much time and then missed tackles, resulting in the big play. Sam Houston State down to the 1-yard line. Again, just too much time for Bradley to stand in there.
That has been the norm for him most of the day, Butch. He's had a lot of time to throw, and Dabney, good individual effort. Bearcats first and goal inside the 1. Bradley sneaks it. Johnson's there to meet him, but he breaks the plane. Evidently, official signals touchdown, and Sam Houston State is in the lead now for the first time this afternoon.
I tell you, this game has been a story of opportunity missed for the Gamecocks and opportunities taken advantage of by the Sam Houston State Bearcats. They really have not come in here with a lot of intensity, but they've played well enough to keep themselves in the ball games. The Gamecocks have not done the things that they should have done to put this thing out of reach. As Coach Crow talked when he came out at halftime, the Bearcats now take the lead after the big play on the 3rd down and 10 play.
Extra point try is no good. So that's a big miss. It's a 6-point game, 23-17. JSU plenty of time, 9:21 to play in the football game. We will take a break. For the first time today, Sam Houston State in front of the Gamecocks, 23-17.
Hi folks, I'm Matt Miles with Buster Miles Auto Dealerships in downtown Heflin. The new Monte Carlo, the new Silverado. We have a special selection of International Motorsports Hall of Fame vehicles, limited edition, just for this sale. Over 300 new and used vehicles every day, low prices at our dealership. Buster Miles Chevy O's and Ford Mercury in downtown Heflin.
Wish you were here? Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail.
And the Gamecocks find themselves down for the first time this afternoon, but it's only a 6-point deficit as St. Peter missed the extra point a moment ago, just his second failed point after attempt of the season.
Yeah, and that could be big if this offense for the Gamecocks can get going again. The big question mark right now is Reggie Stansel at quarterback. Last 3 plays where he's gone to pass, they have been aimed instead of thrown. Reggie's got to get his confidence back, come out and throw this ball, move the Gamecocks down the field.
Well, Willis is going to get another chance to return this one, and he is upended at the 30-yard line by the Bearcats' Lee Leidinger, who's made several big plays this afternoon. But JSU first and 10 at the 30. And let's see how the offense responds after falling behind for the first time today as we take a look at Sam Houston State's previous scoring drive. Took them just 4 plays to cover 51 yards, only 34 seconds off the clock. But as you see, they only get 6, and that leaves the door open here for Jacksonville State.
Yeah, another opportunity for the Gamecocks, down only 6, 9 minutes plus remaining in this ball game. This offense now going to have to take advantage of what the defense gives them, and when they have opportunities, convert. Sam Houston stacked against the run again.
And JSU does run the football, and not much up the middle for the fullback, Carlo James, just a couple of yards. And the Bearcat defender slow to get up off the ground. Reggie Stansel, as you said, Butch, has struggled in this second half. Very dangerous weapon for Jacksonville State, and one thing they don't want to do is get in second and third and long situations, which is what they're in now.
Right, and a lot of pressure on Reggie here. You know, I can't think of anybody better for that pressure to be on if you're a Gamecock fan.
Second down and a long 8 for Jacksonville State. Stancil rolls to throw. Pressured and is going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Jaquel Young, one of 2 or 3 Bearcat defenders, to get a hold of him and take him down at the 28-yard line. So this will be 3rd and long for Jacksonville State.
Well, that time just too much pressure. The receivers, you had a little out route in the flats on the left side, and you had a curl that was taking place back behind it, but Reggie didn't have time to get the thing off. 42 comes up in there, missed assignment by one of those guys up front who, for the most part, have played very, very well today. Not that time, though. 3rd down and about 12 here.
JSU, 3rd and 12. 3rd down conversions, both teams the same, 6 of 14. And they convert here. And this is a huge 3rd down conversion. Reggie Stancil finds Herman Bell along the sideline, steps out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Questions answered, folks. Reggie Stancil comes in there after throwing 3 passes very, very poorly. He puts this one right on the money. Offensive line provides lots of protection. Reggie stands in there strong, throws the ball right where it has to be. Man, if Bell's able to stay in bounds there, he's gone for 6, hopefully 7 to put the Gamecocks in the lead.
Chris Foster had good coverage. The ball, as you said, Butch, was thrown perfectly. 1st and 10 now, Jacksonville State at the 48-yard line.
Let's see if Sam Houston stacks against the run on 1st down. Not as much this time.
Allen comes in motion. Stancil to throw it on 1st down. Now gets his pass away, and he's got his tight end, Jake Carlton. And Carlton really takes a lick down at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Carlton, though. Reggie Stancil couldn't find him early. The big tight end, though, made himself huge out there where Reggie could find him, and then came up with the catch. Took a tough lick. Real close to 1st down yardage.
I believe the defender got the worst of that exchange, though. Carlton appears to be okay, and Davis still down on the surface. Carlton's first reception of the day, by the way, goes for around 8 yards.
Yeah, I tell you what, that lower leg's going to be a little sore. I don't think it's anything like a knee injury or anything like that, just a bruise to that lower leg. He took a real good shot to the calf.
Let's check in with John Holder down on the field.
Guys, as we head into the latter stages of this football game, the weather has changed drastically here at Paul Snow Stadium. Had bright sunshine, pretty warm temperatures. The wind has now picked up. Some clouds out there, cooler temperatures as the sun goes down. We've got a lot of people pulling out their blankets, putting on their coats here in the 4th quarter, and that wind could be a factor as it's starting to increase a little bit here in the 4th quarter as we head toward the latter stages of the game.
Now, the only kicking that the Gamecocks hope to do is an extra point. They don't want any field goals here, not at this point in the ball game. So hopefully that wind wouldn't affect that a lot. But you can tell by the flags on top of the stadium that the wind has picked up.
Once again, the injured player is Keith Davis, still down on the field. And we're going to take a break while they continue to attend to Keith Davis. Gamecocks trailing by 6. We'll be back in a moment.
Remember when we were undergraduates at Jacksonville State? We had professors with doctorates teaching the courses. It's the same today. The Alumni Association helps support these high academic standards.
Hi, I'm Chris Hopkins, candidate for Circuit Court Judge. I've been asked, why are you talking about seniors and retirees? Calhoun and Cleburne counties have a substantial senior and retiree population. Their numbers are growing. They have limited resources, and things tend to bother them more. They need a court system that moves cases quickly. On November the 7th, please vote for me, Chris Hopkins, as your circuit judge for Calhoun and Cleburne counties.
That previous catch, by the way, by Jake Carlton was good enough for a 1st down. They measured. So Jacksonville State 1st and 10 at the Sam Houston State 42-yard line. By the way, Keith Davis able to get up and make his way off the field, so that's good news for the Bearcats.
Yeah, and it appeared that he was suffering from a cramp situation in his lower leg.
So Jacksonville State trying to answer back. Here is the pitch to Rogers. Back to Bell on a reverse. Stancil gives him a block. Bell's got a chance. Inside the 15-yard line, taken down by P.J. Traylor.
Man, I tell you what, that is a great play that the Gamecocks just executed. Reggie Stancil with the key block at the end to break Bell down the sideline. First down inside the 15. This is just tremendous. Take a look. It's going to be a good play from the beginning, but what's Stancil? That's the key block. Now Bell sprints down that sideline, makes a good cut. Good hard run and gets it down close to the 11.
And as we said before, that is a former running back and showing that he hadn't forgot how to run the football.
No, and the reason he's at wide receiver is because they needed some speed out there, and he showed that on that run.
1st and 10. The delay handoff to Rogers, and he is stacked up at the 10-yard line, maybe 2 yards of forward progress.
Gamecocks, excellent job thus far moving this thing down the field. They need to get it in the end zone and take a lead. You know, if it's a 4th and long, they'll kick the field goal because another field goal would tie this thing up because of the mixed extra point. The Gamecocks need a touchdown here, take this lead.
They only get a couple on 1st down, so 2nd down, 8 yards to go. They can get a 1st down at the 2-yard line.
Option, usually a real good play for the Gamecocks down here. They haven't had much success running the option thus far today.
Stancil fakes the pitch, will keep it himself. Got a man open. That's Carlton, touchdown.
What a play again. Reggie Stancil with an excellent fake. I actually saw, man, you can run this thing in the end zone, but there was Carlton wide open. Stancil throws it. Carlton comes up with the catch. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Take a look. Man, what a nice fake. Completely faked off the defensive end, and then Reggie throws it right on the money. Again, I really think he could have run the ball in. Touchdown, JSU. I'm not complaining.
Hopkins on to attempt the crucial extra point. And it's blocked. Jacksonville State picks it up, but they're taken down, and unbelievable. We will stay tied at 16-16.
I'm not sure if there was a mix-up on the hold here, but that kick was extremely low. If we take a look at the touchdown play again, nice execution, touchdown JSU, but as we said, only a tied ball game because of the block on the extra point. By the way, that was Carlton's first TD of the season. Take a look at the block. Yeah, that ball is just really, really low that time. Got to get that thing up. I mean, that was a good job up front. You just had an arm in the right place at the right time, but that kick was extremely low. You know, you don't get to kick off a tee anymore. It's been a few years since I played here, but you used to get to kick off a tee. Man, it's much easier to get the ball up more quickly. Much more difficult to do that when you're kicking off the grass, as happened in this case.
It looked as though it was Kevin Moore that got the hand on the football, so the clock shows 6 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in the football game, and for the 3rd time today, we are tied.
Pressure.
Let's take a look at the scoring drive. 7 plays, 69 yards, 3 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock. JSU only able to put 6 points on the board, but you learn a lot about your football team if you're Jack Crow. You fall behind after leading most of the game, but you answer back on a long drive, a couple of big 3rd down conversions, and you're right back in the game. Of course, you hate to miss the extra point in that situation.
Yeah, you do, but you know, he answered a lot of questions as far as Reggie Stancil too. Coach Crow already has those questions answered, but those people that aren't close to the program, Coach Crow and his staff just so high on Reggie Stancil. You see why as he stepped back up after a couple of poor plays to lead the Gamecocks in for the score.
Point being, it would have been very easy to get down on yourselves after falling behind, but a big drive by the JSU offense, and that ball down in the end zone by Jermaine Henderson, so the Bearcats will have it 1st and 10 at the 20.
We're just under 6 minutes remaining in this ball game. Defensively, the Gamecocks need 3 plays and out for this Bearcat offense. Get the ball back in good field position. Give their kicker another chance. Brad Hopkins, an excellent field goal kicker. Give him a chance to win this ball game on a field goal.
Well, Bradley and his team has other things in mind. They want to get a drive going themselves. Here's Dabney on the handoff, and he is crunched at the 21-yard line. Cornell Buford and company take him down there for a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, and Bradley and company have had a lot of success here, especially in this 4th quarter. Again, the Gamecocks not capitalizing on opportunities in the third quarter, but came back strong on that last possession to tie this game up.
And a great football game here this afternoon at Paul Snow Stadium. First conference game in the Southland Football League for Sam Houston State. JSU playing their second conference game. The Gamecocks right now 1-0 in the conference in first place. And we've got movement left side of the offensive line. Chase Denton, the big 6'6", 300-pound offensive lineman, moves early, and this will cost the Bearcats 5 yards.
Yeah, that's a mental mistake this time by the offensive line. Helped the Gamecocks out. Delvin Hughley matched up on the outside, one-on-one with the outstanding receiver. Again, Matt Dominguez for the Bearcats.
So it'll be 2nd down and 14 for Sam Houston State. See if JSU comes after Bradley. They do. Bradley gets the pass away, and it's knocked out of the hands of Jonathan Cooper on a big hit by E. Riles McCullough. Boy, I don't know if you could see it on the picture, but Maxwell Thurman had good pressure too, and that was making the quarterback Albert Bradley pretty nervous.
Yeah, Bradley had to get rid of this ball. Thurman's coming, but it's a pretty good job actually picking it up. Bradley puts the ball right on the money, but as you mentioned, E. Riles McCullough comes in with a good hit, legal hit right after the ball touches the receiver, results in the incompletion.
Now here's a big play. 3rd and 14. JSU comes up with the stop here. They would force a punt and probably have a pretty good field position. So Bradley loads up the shotgun.
How many times have we said, here's a big play?
Some confusion. Bradley will throw it downfield. Man is wide open. That's Henderson. Henderson still on his feet and steps out of bounds at the JSU 35-yard line.
I tell you, that is just unbelievable. The Bearcats actually had a bad play. The ball was snapped before they were ready for the play to be called, but all their linemen, all their backs were set. JSU just had a breakdown in the secondary, allows the receiver to run wide open down the middle of the field. That's Henderson. Bradley finds him and just lays it up. He's all by himself. Then a missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, in fact, moves the ball inside the 35.
Boy, these receivers for Sam Houston State are big, too. Henderson, there you see, he goes about 6'1", 205, and Dominguez, who we highlighted in the open, is 6'3", 215, and Butch thinks he weighs a lot more than that.
He looks a lot bigger than that.
Dabney on first down, stays on his feet to the 30-yard line for a pickup of 4. So now quickly, with that big pass play, Sam Houston State getting close to field goal range here late in the football game.
Yeah, they're either close to field goal range or they may be in field goal range. It would be a long one from here, 47 yards if they attempted it from where the ball is marked right now.
And with the drive, running time off the clock. 2nd and 6. Bradley now 13 of 28, 200 yards. That is more like the Bradley we expected to see coming into this game. Gordon jumped early, no flag, got back. Bradley to run the option down the line, tries to find a hole, and good individual effort to the JSU 25-yard line. That will leave the Bearcats just about a yard shy of a first down.
I tell you what, Bradley, excellent job there, cutting it back to the inside. I actually thought he had made a mistake by doing that, but good effort on his part. Picks up about 4. 3rd down and very short for the Bearcats.
3rd down and 1 yard to go. Sam Houston State having some trouble getting the play in from the sideline. And there you get a look at the wind that John Holder documented a moment ago is picking up here at Paul Snow Stadium. And Sam Houston State will call timeout on 3rd and 1.
They only have 1 remaining, but time should not be a factor for them. We're at 3:21 remaining here in the ball game.
So Bradley goes over to talk it over on the sideline, and JSU's defense will do the same. 3rd and 1.
You know, they haven't been doing anything very extravagant in these situations. They've been loading up, cutting down their split, and then handing the ball off to their big fullback. They've been very successful doing that on 3rd down and short. We'll see what the call is here.
Just 3:21 to play in the football game. JSU's defense needs a big stop here Sam Houston State and Jacksonville State both 7 of 15 on third down conversions. Sam Houston State has really picked things up here in the second half. They, at halftime, only had 117 yards of total offense. Now at this point in the game, 366.
And here we go.
And they only need 1 yard now.
No fullback here.
Jack State, a lot of men at the line of scrimmage. Bradley will run the option down the line, pitches to Dabney. He's going to have the first down. Taken down by Dell Gaines at the, correction, that was Jacksonville State's Taylor Mitchell at the 20-yard line, but it will be a 5-yard gain and a first down.
Well, I tell you, this is very well executed, good blocking. Nice job by JSU forcing the pitch, but nobody there on the pitch man quickly enough to stop them from picking up first down yardage. Definitely in field goal range now.
And Sam Houston State would love to have 7 here late in the game as we go now under 3 minutes to play.
Yeah, JSU's going to have to start thinking about using some timeout while they're on defense in order to have maybe some time left if Sam Houston State's able to score.
They keep it on the ground. Johnson wraps up Dabney at the 18-yard line. Gains only a couple, but it will keep the clock moving and keep that ball centered in the middle of the field.
Don't know that the Bearcats want to take this chance, but Bradley sure had some room on the outside if he had kept that ball after handing it off that time. Of course, you take a chance. When I say that is if the Gamecocks do defend it well, then you could, you know, suffer a big loss on the play.
Dabney, 15 carries, 57 yards. That is about his per-game average. Second down, about 8 to go. Dabney once again gets the football. Wrapped up at the 17-yard line by a host of Gamecock defenders. It'll be 3rd and long, but that will send us under 2 minutes now before we snap it on 3rd down.
Little surprised the Gamecocks aren't using a timeout here. We'll be well under a minute and a half remaining when this ball snaps.
3rd down and 6 at the JSU, just inside the 17-yard line of Jacksonville State.
A must-stop situation here for the Gamecocks.
A minute and a half now to play. Let's see if they stay on the ground once again.
You'd have to think they would. Real risky to put it in the air here, but that looks like they're going to.
Bradley, pressured, will run it himself. Taken down from behind by Mitchell, close to a first down at the 10-yard line.
I'm going to tell you, I really think that the momentum of the tackler coming in may have given him the first down. It's going to be extremely close.
Oh, Butch, they elected to at least try to put it in the air on 3rd down, and Bradley made something happen here. Great individual effort.
Well, it appeared that that's what they're going to do. I don't know, but what it might have been a designed run the entire time, but it certainly appeared as though they were going to throw the ball in that situation.
They are just short of the first down, so Coach Randleman will send in St. Peter to attempt a field goal. The official stops the clock with 42 seconds to play, so Sam Houston State has not only driven the ball down in field goal range, but they've used up most of the remaining time on the clock.
Yeah, almost all. 42 seconds, as you said, remaining.
Sam Houston State calls their final timeout.
Right, their last one. The Gamecocks have 2 remaining. And you need a miss here. If you're a Gamecock fan, you need a miss here or a block, bad snap, bad hold, all of those things. But, you know, those things you can't expect to happen. You've got to try to make something happen defensively here. If not, big chore for that offense with only 40-something seconds remaining. It'll be under 40 seconds after this play.
There you get a look at number 3, Alex St. Peter. Going to have an opportunity in just a moment to put his team in the lead and possibly make the difference between winning and losing this football game.
There's been so many opportunities for the Gamecocks. Again, they've done an outstanding job here today, but they could have put a huge differential between themselves and the Bearcats. 4th quarter, Sam Houston State has just come out like we expected them to from the very beginning, put a lot of points on the board. Now an opportunity to take the lead here very late in the ball game.
Well, the official stops play to measure now all of a sudden. And as you can see, it is just short.
That was requested from the sideline, which when it's that close, the officials usually will grant that request.
So back now for the field goal. They will spot it at the 23-yard line. It'll be, or I should say the 18-yard line. It'll be a 28-yard attempt for St. Peter.
You can't get offsides, even though you want to try to block this. You can't get offside here.
And the kick is up, and it is good. So Sam Houston State regains the lead, 26-23, 40 seconds left in the football game.
Yeah, good job, St. Peter. After missing that extra point, steps up, drills this one right between the uprights. Had a little bit of an angle, but he kicked it right between there. Sam Houston State takes the lead, and we're at exactly 40 seconds remaining here in this ball game.
Here's a look at the scoring drive. Another good drive by Sam Houston State. They marched almost 70 yards in 10 plays, and again, the big stat there, they took over 4 minutes off the clock, and they lead JSU with only 40 seconds to play to try to get back in the game.
Yeah, and the big play of that drive, of course, was the broken play when the ball snapped early, and they're able to complete the pass down the middle on a 3rd down and long situation and take it well inside Gamecock territory, which leads to this lead-taking field goal.
Jacksonville State will need a big kickoff return to try to get them some good field position, and they do have 2 timeouts to work with.
Yeah, they're going to have a lot of things work right for them here in order to tie this game back up.
St. Peter's last 2 kickoffs have been relatively short, and Nika Willis has had an opportunity for JSU to get a good return. Sam Houston, I should say, has now outscored Jacksonville State 16-6 in this 4th quarter, as they have really picked up their offensive production here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, and again, I've got to mention the fact that the Gamecocks should have had enough of a lead where those 10 points here in the 4th quarter shouldn't have mattered, because they had 3 scoring opportunities that they did not convert on in the 3rd quarter. Momentum swung to Sam Houston State, and they've really carried that momentum. Now, late here in the 4th quarter, they're able to take the lead again.
So St. Peter has given his team the lead, and now he'll kick off for the Bearcats. A little squib kick that will be hopped on at the 35-yard line by Willis. So 1 second went off the clock. 39 seconds for Jacksonville State.
JSU with a long way to go. Brad Hopkins, an excellent kicker, but you want to try to get down as close as you can. Again, a very short amount of time, 39 seconds remaining. Line's going to have to provide protection in a situation where the Bearcats know they're going to be passing.
1st and 10. 3 receivers for Stancil. He's pressured. They set up the screen pass to Rondy Rogers, and Rogers stays on his feet out to the 45-yard line. That looks as though it will be good enough for the 1st down. They will stop the clock with 30 seconds to play while they move the chains. Let's check in now quickly with John Holder.
Gamecock place kicker Brad Hopkins been warming up here behind us. He hopes he gets a chance to use that powerful leg of his to maybe tie this thing up and send it into overtime. 30 seconds left. He's warming up, hoping for a chance on the Gamecock sideline.
Well, Butch, Jacksonville State out to the 45-yard line as they measure. How close you think they need to get?
I'll be honest with you, Brad Hopkins does have a very, very strong leg, but you know, you would think 45 is going to be about the limit here. There is a crosswind, which is going to make it a little bit shorter than that. So I would think that 45 would be about his limit.
Stancil in the shotgun as they get set to start play here. 1st and 10. Stancil pressured out of the pocket, and now we'll just throw it away. A very smart play by Reggie Stancil as he could not find anyone open, and that pocket was collapsing.
Yeah, a lot of time, though, went off the clock. Clock is stopped now. Gamecocks have 2 timeouts, but only 22 seconds remaining. By the way, when I say a 45-yard field goal, that basically means the Gamecocks are going to have to move the ball down to the 28-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. They're at their own 45. Rogers and Bell to flank Stansel to protect. Stansel gets his pass away. Allen is down there, and he was locked up with Sam Houston's Chris Foster at the 30-yard line. The pass was too high.
Boy, I tell you what, Bell was open on the far side, ran a little in and out route, made a great cut, and was open at about the 40-yard line. That time, Reggie Stansel looking to the other side to Allen.
So it's 3rd and 10.
Really a nice route run that time by Bell.
They can afford to throw it over the middle because they do have the 2 timeouts. In the shotgun is Stansel. He's going to be hit as he threw it. Hit from behind by big Kelvin Randall, and it will be 4th down. And Jacksonville State down to 1 more play with 12 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, time-wise, time to run more than 1 play, but 4th down and 10 here. JSU's got to pick up the 1st down, or the time doesn't matter.
So Jacksonville State with 1 more play. Stansel once again in the shotgun. Looks downfield, got some time, passes away, almost intercepted. Cedric Allen was the closest man to it. And so Sam Houston State will take back over on downs with 6 seconds left in the game.
Well, I tell you, this is a real tough one for the Gamecocks to swallow. They really came in here prepared for this football game. They played extremely well, but they did not take advantage on the offensive side of their opportunities. You know, they really didn't do that against the Sanford Bulldogs either. They had several opportunities to blow it out there. Then they made some big plays late that ended up with the big differential between the score. I think 36-16 was the final. JSU had that opportunity both in the first half and then several times in that 3rd quarter, did not capitalize on those opportunities. They're going to lose this one, and it's going to be a tough one to bounce back from.
So Bradley will take the snap and go to a knee. And that will be the final play of the football game. Well, we went back and forth all afternoon. Jacksonville State had a 10-0 lead in the first half. Sam Houston State tied it up 10-10 at halftime. Then we seesawed back and forth in the second half, and Sam Houston State with a big field goal late in the game by St. Peter, 26-23, your final score.
I tell you, Mickey, Coach Crow coming out at half said we're going to find out about the character of this football team. We certainly will after this tough loss.
John Holder is standing by with JSU's Jack Crow.
About your thoughts on the game.
Well, I thought we played good enough to win, but we had the effort good enough to win, but we didn't. The kicking game was very, very sloppy. I thought defensively we did something we hadn't done all year, and that's give up sort of cheap stuff. We were playing with them, and then we let some things get away from us. Offensively, we had some things that were good, but we had no consistency, which is a pattern that we've been in all along. Football team deserves a lot better, but Sam Houston stayed in there and they fought a fight too. So we give them the credit it takes when you lose.
Coach, best of luck in the coming weeks. We'll be talking to you later on. Thank you.
Thank you.